fucking hate so much.
An American Heritage School student has been removed from campus after a video surfaced of him using a racial slur.
And we have learned that student is the son of the president of schools. NBC6's Marissa Bag joins us live from the campus in Plantation with more on how parents are reacting to this. Marissa.
And Jawan and Jackie, no question, parents are pretty upset about this. The video itself is only a few seconds long, but what is said about African Americans has sparked outrage.
I hate so much.
Video of a racist remark from a former American Heritage Schools student is horrifying parents who send their kids to the Plantation campus. The video, recently circulated among students, prompted administrators to remove the student from school and prohibit him from coming back. American Heritage Schools released a statement saying, in part, it can confirm that the student in question has been removed from campus and will not be allowed to return to the school. While we do not discuss specific matters regarding minors, we want to emphasize that our school upholds the highest standards of conduct and does not tolerate behavior that goes against our values, regardless of the individual involved. NBC6 is not showing the student in the video, but has learned he is the son of the president of American Heritage Schools, Douglas Laurie, seen here in a video from the school's social media account. We've reached out to Laurie about the video, but he hasn't responded to our requests at this time. And we have spoken to several parents about the video, and they tell us they would like to speak out, but don't want to go on camera because they're worried that their student will be removed from school if they speak out. Reporting live in Plantation, Marissa Bag, NBC6 News.
Can you expect that? What else can you expect though on Plantation University or wherever they're at school?
Biggie to it. I was going to say, ironically, it's Plantation, Florida.
It all actually makes sense. He didn't know. He thought he was on the plantation, and he was just talking to his people. He didn't know. Anyways, our very own co-host broke the news. Tell us about this. Is all about you, Street. Tell us about the moment where you thought, "Oh my gosh, I have something here." What was that like for you? What was your thought process? How was that for you breaking that news?
It's something that I don't do often, something I never got into, but now I kind of understand my position in media and the purpose of media is actually to form the people and for the people. And in football, girl, I mean, it's what we talk about all the time. I mean, we're in the middle of the community. A lot of time things pass us before it gets to big media. Like it walks past us, then it goes to big media. I did. Hey, put that video up. I was hours ago. I released this video hours ago. You know what I'm saying?
I just got a question, dog. Why did they blur out his face, dog? I mean,
because he's probably a minor.
He probably young, you know.
Why? Because he's not like us. He's not like us.
He's not like us. Bop, 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 bop. He's
probably a minor.
Oh, look, his face. Ah!
Damn.
I fucking hate niggers so much.
Oh. No, it's a Merry Christmas sign.
I said the N-word in the video. Don't post it.
So I mean, so basically, one more time.
I fucking hate niggers so much.
No, it's a Merry Christmas sign.
I said the N-word.
He said, I effing hate niggers so much with the hard ER. Then he says, I said the N-word. Don't post that.
This is around Christmas.
Kids do weird things, right? But he's about to learn a lesson. I think in life, everything isn't a joke. Yeah, and especially after watching the Super Bowl last night and those awesome commercials with Snoop and Tom Brady standing in front of each other, talking about hate and how stupid it sounds. And then the very next day, one of our football powerhouses, American Heritage, is dealing with this. And the worst part about it is it's the owner's son. Who do y'all think expelled him? Who do y'all think walked him out of that school?
The board of trustees. Is that West Side Story playing in the background of all movies? But anyway, that's just me.
I don't think anybody walked him out. I bet they knew before it got to the news.
Yeah.
He probably wasn't there.
They say he was expelled. You may be right. I heard the dad was there and he kind of stormed out of there.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, I don't know these people from Adam, but it really just sounds like they just use that language. The way that he was like, "Hey, I said the N-word, don't post it, all right?" Like, she wasn't like, "You said what? You did what?" Like, she was like, "Okay," you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Like, the fact that he called it the N-word the second time at least made me realize that he understands.
Right.
Like, huh?
Right. No, I agree. Like he clearly shows that he understands it was wrong.
Right.
I don't know if he's talking to a sister, a mom, or whoever. I guess probably a sibling, because he's saying don't post that. So probably his sibling. He probably sent that to somebody or a friend or whoever, because they don't show. But like you say, the comfortability, man. I'll say this. If you broke that streak, he probably saw your tweet or somebody made him aware your tweet exists before Channel 6 got there. And we're like, this mother.
Oh, no, because he had to see it because I put it out there. I put it out there trying to get a feel of what people thought about it. And like, okay, man, if it ain't going nowhere, then I'll just maybe, all right, pull it back. And as soon as I put it out there, Jeremiah Smith reposts it. And then at that point, it's national news. ESPN sees it. Like, I'm like, oh,
Jeremiah Smith. He don't drop the ball, does he? Jeremiah's never gonna drop the ball, is he?
especially against a rival. He was at Chaminade. You talking about American heritage? Oh, death and destruction, baby.
Jeremiah Smith knows what to do. Just throw me the ball. I'll catch it, and I'll get it exactly where you need it to go.
You never really flaw said Jeremiah don't ever drop the ball.
You don't ever drop the ball. He said, "Hell no."
Like 24. Hey, I'm open like 7-Eleven, boy. I don't care if it's 11 people covering me. Throw me the ball.
Throw me the ball. Yeah, give me a chance.
He retweeted and put TSS. I guess that means like that's some. You know what I'm saying?
What did he put?
TSS. It means a few things. Like that's some. It means a couple of more things, but yeah. Once he got hold of it, now it's over. Like everybody got hold of it. Like I was like, okay, so much for what Eddie Murphy said. Oh, that's a fine. That's a fine.
It's
that's a fine.
That's a fine.
It's free.
Quick shout out to Slow Folk, been a member for 17 months in the building. Appreciate it. Yo, it's all about the you, baby. We'll definitely get into that. Thank you, Slow Folk, as usual, man.
Do you not have your thing set up yet?
Actually, I got it right here. It's just not.
I mean, because you're trying to set the mood. You got your background. Now you got your background. You changing the color, and now all of a sudden your other stuff ain't set up.
I'm on my Prince vibe, man. I got rulers. Look at this, man. I got levels. Look, Coach got drills. I'm ready, man. Just give me a break here. I'm working.
So, you said that was in Plantation, Florida, or is the school called Plantation?
Both. And we don't pay attention to only people outside of here pick up on that stuff. We just
you're just accustomed to the
word.
word.
We don't even pick up on that stuff. It's in Plantation, Florida, and it's American Heritage Plantation.
Yeah, because they got two campuses.
And black people go there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They had one class, they had 7 dudes go to NFL out of one class.
Hey, Sony Michelle is from there.
Patrick Surtain, NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And they went to Plantation High School.
Oh, we have a lot. We have a Plantation High School, Flawless. We have a Plantation High School. And I didn't think about it until you just said it.
No, I call it. So there's a Plantation, Florida, which is in Broward. Then there's Plantation. They call that Plantation American Heritage because there's 2 campuses. They also have a Delray. Isn't it Delray? Delray American Heritage. Delray.
Yep. We got a New Sky. Yep. We got a.
I mean, listen, I'm in Texas. We probably have something here.
I just thought about that New Sky.
Like these are school names.
The cities called Plantation, Florida, right?
It was lot of stuff down here named like that. All of that stuff is going out of Texas.
No, I don't pay attention. I wouldn't necessarily have a reason to.
Got a
Yeah,
South
But
Plantation.
I mean, I'm
too.
sure there's probably a plan. I mean, I'm sure there's probably a plantation high school in Texas.
Bruh, Hayes, what's wrong with us? Why don't this bother us? Like, what?
No, listen, can I say this? I said that when they changed the name of Edison from the Red Devils to the Red Raiders, I was like, bro, if the Red Devils bother you enough, why is the city called Plantation?
So I just Googled it, and it looks like no. The only plantation high school that popped up is in Broward County, Florida.
Yeah, probably could. There's a
Bruh,
South
we
Plantation
have a
too.
lot of stuff down there. We got communities with crazy names. Like, but we don't. It doesn't. We don't think about it. That's bad, dog. I mean, that's bad. I mean, but back to the situation. Is this a surprise to anybody? Like, I don't know. Like, you look into somebody's house, right? Like, if you could be a fly on a white family's wall, right?
Oh wow.
like I mean, like you're home. Do you what do you think you would hear?
More of what we just heard.
Hey man, them niggas coming to pick y'all up in the morning or let them in the house. Like, what is it like? But we don't think that. You know what I'm saying? That people, some families talk that way.
Who doesn't think that? I honestly need to know that. Who in their right mind is sitting here thinking that white
For some
families?
reason, we think we can say anything to people and say anything about people, but they in return don't look at us that way.
They absolutely do. Yeah. Like it's kind of funny. I mean, look at Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar has, let's just call it what it is. Kendrick Lamar has these racists triggered, and he has these black people that act like they're not a part of black culture and that they're not actually black. He has them acting like they're triggered as well from one performance.
Yeah, I don't even think they just said we can't understand what he said.
They know exactly what he said.
I think they totally just don't get it. Like, I mean, yeah, we could get into that.
So, well, okay. So my question is, do you two think that they don't get it, or do you two think that it's easier to act like you don't get it?
They don't. I don't think they don't get it. They don't live in our world. They don't live our plight. Like, they don't fight our fight. Like, say they don't see it from the other side of the river. Like I know a filthy rich white guy, and if you asked him, he worked really, really hard. He busted his ass. He hustled, and you know what I'm saying. He became a millionaire. You can't tell him he didn't. Did he get pulled over by the police 30 times in his life? No. Certain things probably didn't happen, but other things probably happened. I mean, they don't see it our way. Like, that Kendrick Lamar thing was the culture of hip hop rap. Rap has reached across such a long span that some people think they know what it is. And what they saw was the culture of it. Last night, nobody was naked. You had people dancing. You had women still being sexy. You had a dude being a lyricist, and it was like one of them context clues you get out of the book where you got to go find stuff in the house. Where's a and you got to try to find stuff, and they totally, and it's because, you know what, Rhett Lashley tweeted out from a fan, which I don't think Rhett Lashley is a racist guy. I like Rhett Lashley. From a fan, this is the worst Super Bowl halftime show ever. Anybody, Lil Wayne, anybody? He came back and said, Lil Wayne, anybody? But I'm here to tell you this. If you didn't know Kendrick Lamar was going to get up there and do that, it's because you don't know.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. What do you think, Coach Hayes? Do you think that they don't really know, or do you think that they act like they don't really know?
Real quick before I do that, I want to address Roll Kane. Shout out our Code Kane. I'm talking about Miami Edison Senior High. I don't know what mascot you're talking about. Raiders to the Pirates. I ain't never heard of Edison Pirates, but they were the Red Devils. Then they changed them to the Red Raiders because of the word devil was in it. So that's in Miami. I don't know. There might be another Edison somewhere else, but maybe that was it. But anyway, I think it's twofold, Flaw. I'm gonna say this. Yes, people know what the word is, but two, when you're talking about kids, especially of his age, this is no excuse. I'm just talking about what is. It's become pop culture. You can walk around. I work in the schools all day. You hear Spanish, white, black, Asian. They use it. Now they know not to use it in the around other black people, but they'll use it themselves, right? It's almost like a curse word that you're not supposed to say around adults. But like when we were in middle school, we cursed with each other. But when Miss Johnson walked in, you didn't curse. So when they're with each other, that's what it is. And I will say this. I've been saying this for the longest time. I think one of the worst things we ever did, this is my opinion, is that we tried to embrace that and say that's our word. Y'all can't say it. I've said this before. That word has never made any black person rich, in my opinion. Every word, every N-word that Kendrick Lamar said, he bleeped it himself, and it didn't make the song any worse. Nobody was like, man, his performance sucked because he didn't say N-word. Right? So I say that to say this. I believe it was Kendrick Lamar who brought a white fan up who was a lady or girl. She was a girl, teenager, seemed early 20s. And she was reciting this song and she said it. And if people don't think that these kids listen to this music and when they driving in their car with their friends, they all say it too, the same way we say, "Hey, minor." When they're around their friends, they ain't bleeping that out.
I don't think so either.
Because it has become part of the pop culture. You understand? Yeah. And that's where I think the problem lies. So when you see young kids like this, yes, he knows it's wrong, but he's looking at it more of a curse word, I believe, than a racial slur because it's gotten watered down. So because it's in all music, they barely even bleep it off of TV. Think about it. YouTube, we can't even say grape on YouTube, but we can say all day long. We can say that all day long. And so I say that to say this is to answer your question. Do I believe he knows? Yes, I believe he knows. His parents definitely know the implications behind it. But he's also, it's kind of like, don't post that, man, because I'm cursing on that. But it's got a little bit more weight to it than the curse word, if that makes sense what I'm saying. And I think that's where the issue lies is you got all these kids that's following your music. You bring them on stage, and when the girl say it, Kendrick was like, hold up, whoa. Well, damn, she your fan.
Kendrick said that? Kendrick stopped her?
Yeah. I believe that was a Kendrick Lamar show that he bring a fan on stage and she rapping the lyric, da, 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 da. She going off too, boy. She all into it. Bop, bop, da, 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 da. And she said, he was like, whoa. DJ stopped the music. Wait a minute. And she like, huh? What?
What's the problem? That's my song.
You know, I mean, they have a Plantation Road in Tallahassee. Man, it's all over Florida, bro. They got worse names of stuff. Colonies. Don't we got some colonies?
I feel like we have some colonies.
It's all over Florida. But did you know what, man? And I may be politically incorrect. I told the village today, maybe 4 years ago, right? I came to the conclusion that I wasn't going to let that word control me anymore. Like I wasn't going to. If a white guy walked up to me and said, "Hey, nigga, where you going?" I said my first thought should be, what is he trying to get me to do? Like, what is he trying to provoke me to do? As a younger kid, it was like raised, like, you're not going to call me that. But I think when you allow a word to control you like that, now you give somebody a remote control to you. There are some people that aren't emotional, right? They will just provoke you for whatever they need to happen. Yeah. And if they know they can say, yo, mama, they know they can say, hey, nigga, and you're going to, like having a remote control. I'm gonna get flawless. I can make flawless take her wig off. Watch this. Say it, take your wig off. I was like, I'm not gonna let that word control me like that. I'm not gonna let words control me like that. I would be intrigued that what is he trying to get me to do? And if he gets too close, I'm punching him in the mouth. I would want to know what he's trying to get me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like what was like, I guess my thing is it looks like he was just like at home with a family member. And so that's why I'm like, and the way that he used it was he said he hated
so much.
So it wasn't just like me and my friends. Me and my black friends, or me and my
shout out to Bill McCain. And shout out to Bill McCain. That's different, Hayes. He said he hates them, which makes it, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
To his point, yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And not trying to walk back what I'm saying, but I'm talking about in a general sense of the way I hear these kids. I worked at a predominantly white school, right? And I work at the school that's 99% black, right? And I hear it. They don't, now, if those white kids saw me walking in the hallway, they wouldn't say it. Yeah, but I'm walking behind them. They don't know. And they're casually saying, man, what that nigga, that. It's just within their general conversation now. It's part of their lexicon, I guess is the right way to say it, where they're speaking again. They know the implications of the word. They know what it means, but when they're amongst their friends, that's how they speak.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but that's me being in these schools with these young preteens and teens.
It's two different. We are like that. I think it's two different things. I had a friend when I was in corrections named Ray, Hispanic guy. He used nigga every 10 words.
Like fat
and I knew that like it's like I watch Bad Girls sometimes, right? I know y'all when I talk about that. And they got on this Spanish girl about saying nigga all the time. And every time she would say it, they would get outraged. And I'm like, it's obvious she grew up that way. Y'all act like there's not a hood where there's a bunch of Spanish people, right? They probably in the gang, you know what I'm saying? And they grew up on hip hop and they say nigga all the time. Like I don't think it always has racial tones.
I think we're saying the difference, though. I think the difference is the A versus the hard ER. I think that's where, right? Because like, if I was just like, if like, I'm just thinking of the many times I've heard the word. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say ER that wasn't directly trying to be derogatory. Like, I don't think people just say the hard ER just for like fun, right? Because that's not really like.
When did that become a thing that the A and the ER made a difference? Because I say it all the time, and they correct me all the time in the group text. They be like,
when people try to lessen the blow when they said A instead of ER. No, I didn't say ER.
Well, I think it came from music. Even in music, I don't think you really hear.
We don't pronounce anything ER with an ER. We pronounce everything with an A.
But that's what I'm saying. I think so. He asked where it started. I think it just started because in music, that's just how you talk. And so people took it and just implemented it.
So it's like me saying streeter versus streeter.
Right.
Oh, my bad.
Streeter is a highly intelligent man. He understands emotional intelligence.
Oh, gosh.
Implementing it, tip my hat off. No, bro, I actually read a book named I actually studied emotional intelligence and didn't realize how much our emotions went into our intelligence. I didn't realize that. I thought
that's why you understand the man and woman thing.
Yeah. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize that
now I see the
changes your logic. Like emotions turns off your logic. That's why people enrage. He did that.
That's why they hired you to be a correction officer, because you watched a bunch of people that were emotional. I'm just being honest. Think about if I guarantee 90% of the people in jail, if they took their emotion out of it, they wouldn't be in that situation.
100%.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. 90% of the people took their emotion out of it. Out of those, besides some premeditated, some scamming and stuff like that. But I'm talking about
those 10%.
Yeah, those are the 10%. But the other ones, they wouldn't even be in jail. If they took the 30 seconds of emotion out of that situation, they wouldn't be sitting in the county.
Yeah, they say I be using the ER. See, I didn't know it was a difference. They correct me all the time. They be like, "Man, you using the ER?" I be like, "What?"
To be honest with you, I don't think there's a difference. I mean, I think that's I think that was an excuse built by somebody who got caught, and they was like, "But wait a minute, I saw it spelled Nigga like Tupac said, but then over there, David Duke said Nigger." Yeah. Anyway,
Hey,
I don't use the word.
I get that out of the way.
I want to give flowers to Jay-Z, right? Because a lot of people ridicule Jay-Z for going to the table with the NFL, doing the Colin Kaepernick thing. They appointed Jay-Z. It was almost like a DEI hire, and they brought Jay-Z in there, and Jay-Z didn't say anything about Colin Kaepernick. He just walked right past him as he was taking a knee. And
hey, boy, good luck with that down there.
People ridicule Jay-Z, right? And then today on Nasty Work, me and Luke said when Miami came to Super Bowl, came to Miami, Jay-Z had Jennifer Lopez and Shakira representing Miami. He said, man, I sat down and me and Jay-Z had a conversation.
Thank you.
He said I had to tell him, like, what he just did was a travesty. Now, 4 years into this, Jay-Z just got read up with the NFL and they're comfortable with him. They probably trust him. And Jay-Z sneaks a backpack rapper on stage by himself. SZA shows up for a second, and then Serena showed up, crip walk for half a second. He snuck a real rapper from the culture and then let him be Kendrick Lamar because he knew Kendrick Lamar wasn't going to blink. Even with Donald Trump in the audience, he wasn't going to blink. So Jay-Z snuck a real, he was like, this is my chance. I got a real backpack rapper with the hottest song in the nation. I'm about to trick everybody. I'm finna give him this stage.
Street, quick question. I hear you say backpack rapper. For those that don't know, what does that mean? A backpack rapper?
Kendrick Lamar is the culture. He's a lyricist. He's that thing that everybody says nobody wants to hear him rap. But somehow, every now and then, there comes a guy that can straddle the line, right? And he gets accepted. Like, I think Mobb Deep was a very, very dark group, but their songs somehow were able to be played in the clubs. So Kendrick Lamar is from the culture. He's a lyricist. He's a rapper. He's deep. You got to think he's an audio book when he raps, right? Nobody wants to hear that anymore. Those are the guys. I never thought Kendrick Lamar was going to make it because he was so backpacky. You know what I'm saying? But he made it, and then he keeps making these songs that aren't club songs. They aren't crossover songs, but they cross over. And then he makes a diss track that goes viral. And he wins a Grammy for a diss track. So, and Jay-Z saw a chance, a guy from New York who's from the place where hip hop was born. He saw the chance that he could get a real hip hop artist on the biggest stage, and nobody around him would realize it because he had a song that was so hot. So
you're saying you don't think that they knew who Kendrick really was?
No, because you see the response across the country. What was that? I can't understand what he was saying. Ain't no flames, ain't no fire, ain't no planes crashing, ain't no naked women.
Got it.
So
he gave for a guy that's from hip hop, from the place where hip hop is born. He got to a place so high where he could say, hey, Tribe Called Quest, hey, De La Soul, hey, Razzcast, here's your chance. Kendrick Lamar on the biggest stage, and Kendrick Lamar got up there, and he didn't change nothing. There were no naked women. There was no. You didn't see Led Zeppelin.
So y'all don't like naked women now?
You see none of that.
I don't know about Street. You speak for itself.
Y'all don't like naked women now?
But
speak
also,
for
you see that women can be sexy with clothes on.
Oh, here we go.
We almost had we forgot because Tiana Taylor's
we didn't forget. We didn't forget.
We forget.
But here's what I'll say. Here's a lot of pushback. A lot of people saying it was mid, to Rhett Lashley's point. of him talking about it was the worst performance or whatever. What I think people, I think there's three kind of artists. There are artists, like they can rap, sing, whatever. There are performers, and then there's artists and performers. They can do both, right? Like Whitney Houston was an artist. Can't dance for none. Her show probably like she's in one spot. She's not all over the stage and pyro and all that stuff going on, right? But then you have people like a Beyonce that's going to incorporate dance, background dancers, theatrics, Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, all of that kind of stuff. Those people are artists as well as performers. You see what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. When you look at Kendrick's performance, for some people, their expectation is performance. Their expectation is myth. Their expectation is they want to see a Drake lookalike walk out there and he rapping in his face. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they want to see, some trash. And not trash, but a train wreck, right? They not like us. And you got a Drake lookalike and you all in his face. How big would that have been? People would have lost it. Oh my God, Drake just died on stage. Yeah. Right? I'm just saying. But to your point, Street, he came and did what he did, and he didn't waver from who he is. But people want to see the Real Housewives of Hollywood or whatever that is, the real rappers of our, the streets, whatever. And that's why they say the performance wasn't up to par, because when you think the Super Bowl, you don't think passing a message more than you think performing. You want to see somebody like Michael Jackson standing on this doggone scoreboard for 5 minutes and then standing over there for 5 minutes, shooting out the stage and pyro and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Usher with the roller skates and you know what I mean? That's just what people think.
How did you view it? Dog, what I saw was the camera angles and dog, what I saw was very entertaining. It's almost like how do you view it?
I think because it was I think my issue with this is that I don't think people realize how much their privilege shows in this situation. Because people are reacting. So there's people in the world that realize that everything's not for them, and there's people that live in the world that exist that think everything should be for them. I think when you watch that performance at the start, at the very beginning of his performance, I can't remember exactly the words that he said, something about the revolution, blah, 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 blah. I knew who he was talking to. And that, and as soon as he started his first 3 sentences, I knew exactly who this performance was for. And that's the brain I turned on, right? Like, I think he said like,
the revolution would not be televised.
But you got the right person or the wrong person at the right time or whatever.
He used to say all the time, yeah.
Right, but what he says, but in that moment, again, I realized I'm like, oh, this is for the culture, because it triggered me. It triggered me that side of me where I'm like, you need to pay attention.
And here's go ahead. Finish
but if you're not from that culture, you had no idea why he even said that. Even that sentence meant nothing to you. And so because he wasn't speaking to you, you now can't watch this as for what it is, because you think it's something it's not. He told you what this was. Respectfully, Black people know we know what that meant. We got it immediately. And so, exactly. And so we knew, like, in that moment, I was like, I need to pay attention. And even when the car, because when they had, before they even went to that, when you saw the guys talking on the thing and they had the car, I was like, what is he about to do with this car? As soon as I saw people coming out of that car, I immediately said, he's going to recreate the hood. That's what I thought. That was just my initial thought, because what he was saying. So for me, again, but I'm a Black woman who's highly invested in the culture, who saw what he was trying to create because he told me that from jump. And so my question is, for the people who don't understand what was happening, it's because they don't understand the culture, and they just won't admit that.
But to your point, though, right? You don't know what you don't know, and I think Street said it earlier. They don't have to live in our world; we have to live in their world, so we can code switch, right? So when that revolution not be televised has been said for, like you said, back to
everywhere,
that flips our switch to the code, right? For them, they're like, not televised. Is this on ABC? Right. So in their mind, they're like, "Will not be televised." What do you mean? However, again, you also, when people go to the Super Bowl, they're there to be entertained, in essence, not educated. That's their mind frame. I'm going to be entertained. I want to see people jumping around and da da da. Kendrick Lamar could have said the same exact words, had the same playlist, everything, but if there was some theatrics to it, people would have been like, "That's the best show ever." If somebody would have got shot out of cannon from over across the thing, I'm just saying that's the part. You just saw formational stuff with the different dress, making the flag out of it. So there was a lot of symbolism in it, of course, and figurative language in it, of course. But I don't think there was a lot of showmanship, I think is the right way to say it. And that's where people missed the mark because, and I think he did that intentionally now, don't get me wrong, because he wants you to hear the message. But I don't think there was a lot of showmanship that you typically will see.
I saw this, but I understood what he was doing. I understood what it was about. So I saw the showmanship, even how he had an X and a circle and a triangle, because he's representing different people and like different societies. When I saw the performance, my immediate thought was very like, okay, Kendrick brought his people to the hood because everybody was black. They all were wearing different colors. They united for the flag. He split the flag. Then they all went to their own hoods and they were on the X and they were on the O and they were on the triangle. And so he's telling the story. Then you bring out Serena, who's been ridiculed for crip walking years ago, who's now crip walking on a public stage. And now everybody gets to see her do it. And she's now celebrated for it. And then they go up. So I guess, but again, for me, I'm seeing it because, like you said, my brain is flipped to that. I already know what time it is because I'm a part of the culture.
See, for me, that was totally different. The square, the circle. Remember, they're talking about playing the game. Remember, Sam Jackson said you got to know how to play the game. That's the PlayStation controller. The buttons on the PlayStation.
Well, somebody else said it was Squid Games.
Nah, Squid Game only got 3.
Well, PlayStation. Sony makes PlayStation. Drake is on Sony's record label.
See, but my whole point is we saw it all different ways, but we're all telling the same story.
Right.
That's what makes it amazing to me. And to me, that's artistry. That is like going and getting a painting, putting it on your wall, and then going, I see a giraffe, and Hayes going, really? I see a donkey in street going, they're playing football. You know what I mean? That's artistry.
Hey, that's the son of American Heritage president.
There's an artist out there named Doche. With Doche, like she won a Grammy the other night. Very artsy, reminds me of Lauryn Hill. And Hayes, it wasn't. No, art is like
subjective. Yeah.
It is. It could be flames and fireworks everywhere, or halfway through that thing, I looked at my people and I was like, bro, I don't know if I ever saw the visuals of a performance like this, like the way what they were doing. So it was entertaining to me, but that's what I'm saying. And you got to give your props to Jay-Z because he know he was only going to speak to people from the culture of hip hop.
Exactly.
And he snuck that man out there, and then they put Samuel Jackson out there, and they literally in a climate right now where I don't know what's going on in America. Things are being divided. People are being divided. I don't know what's going on with Donald Trump in the building. They literally kind of told a story.
Yeah, I in the moment. So once it was done, I thought, what a way to tell a story that everyone's going to have a different version of the story. And then I was like, my brain immediately switched to the game because I'm like, they better not let this team come back. But then I caught myself when the Super Bowl was over. Then I wanted to know more. So it was like, I was like, did everybody else just experience what I experienced? Okay, this game's over. The Eagles won. Thank God for that. Now let me go see exactly everything I missed because there's things that I didn't see. And then I started seeing people complain. I'm like, it wasn't for y'all though. It was if you my thing is this, if you didn't connect to it, it wasn't for you. It's no different than me turning on a hockey game and me being like, I don't know what's going on. And I turn the channel. I don't get it.
If Van Halen was to perform, you'd be like,
I wouldn't care. Yeah, I would be like, I don't know what.
No, Flo, it's the same thing that they're saying Beyonce isn't real. It's the same shit. They're saying Beyonce isn't real country music.
Yeah.
Right?
When black people invented country music.
They gotta get out of their own fucking way and give respect to something else. It's the same argument.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we let Eminem in. We let, you know what I'm saying? Bubba Stacks in. We let Bubba Sparks in. But when it comes to them, they standing on business.
But doesn't that go back to like the whole issue? We're always trying to assimilate. We're always trying to welcome in. We're always like, when are we going to say, y'all want our culture? We don't want yours.
I don't know.
I'm gonna tie this back to our first story. Well, if that's the case, just to tie this back, if that's the case, then what happens with this young man and the dad being the president? Do those black players still go to American Heritage and create funds for that school and put them on the national stage? And nobody would have heard of American Heritage when 247 reports and on 3, and they bring up American Heritage had 12 players signed D1, blah, blah. They get on the national stage for that. So now what happens to those players, right? What happens? Does this kid need to come out and have an apology statement? Because everybody else should have to apologize.
Until we force people to do it, Hayes, until we find what our leverage is, it's not going to happen. Until we find out where our power stands.
No, what I'm saying that to say, to really Flaw's point is, so now what happens? Where you do let, like you said, Bubba Sparks and Eminem and so forth, and this, that, and the third. But then when it flips on the other side, we like, nah, that man ice colder. Got to get over there. He's selling colder ice than we selling. So it's just
for the people that don't know
the repercussions to. So my biggest thing, what are the repercussions for this happening clearly as it is? And this gentleman has probably made a lot of money through sponsorships and everything else with this American Heritage program through its football program, because they've done extremely well.
Yeah, and until we figure out who we are, there won't be any repercussions. We have to figure out where our leverage lines and when do we stand up. Now, for people, a little background on Serena Williams. Serena Williams, if people who don't know, if you ever saw the Serena Williams movie, she's from Compton.
Right.
When they tell stories of Compton, sometimes you hear people tell stories of, you ain't from the place. Game tells a story sometimes. You're not from the place where Serena Williams and Venus Williams used to be practicing in the tennis with their daddy. Like, you don't remember seeing those things. Like, for the people who don't know, she is from Compton. Like, she's from LA. Her sister was shot and killed by a gang member, I think, a stray bullet.
Mm-hmm.
So for people who, sometimes we judge and we don't understand what we're looking at, right? You talk about a place where you're born and they're like, listen, man, give him a bib and a pacifier. He's a Crip of blood. Whether you want to be one or not. Like it's either you on one side or the other side.
The other thing too I heard is that Serena and SZA used to date Drake. So that was another reason why they were both there.
Serena did. I didn't know SZA did.
So did you realize in some of the lyrics, Kendrick kept saying, well, I don't want to do it because people like to sue. Remember the second time it broke away to the girls? And then there was another point where he said something. He said Drake's name and then looked at the camera and did the little smile thing and started walking.
Yeah.
So I think he said that either before SZA came out or out. Anyways, but again, that's why I keep telling people, like, it's not just the songs he's saying and just that he was there and just the flag and just the controller and just the like, it's like everything that he did was intentional. And if you took some time to go look at it for 5 minutes out of your life, you would actually understand it instead of whining. And that's my thing, is like, why are you whining?
So here's what I tell people. Take a moment, but take a moment. If you didn't get it, it's like anything else, right? For the guys that's sitting with their girlfriend, or maybe some girlfriend sitting with their guys, and a football game is on, and she's like, Well, babe, I don't understand the game. Can you explain it to me? Had that same conversation about this. Sit down with somebody that has a semblance of understanding and say, okay, I don't understand. What does this mean? What does that mean? And I wish to God one day that, and he may not ever do this because you do want to leave it subjective because it keeps the conversation rolling and it's not absolute.
And it's art.
But, right. But I wish one day, it ain't going to be this year, next year, whatever, but at some point that he walks through what each section meant to him as the artist, right?
Right.
To say, well, when I did this, I was representing that. When I split the flag, right? Everybody talking about, the divide in America, which may be 100% accurate. But as him as an artist, he may not have been thinking that. He might have been thinking this or that. I'm just saying how I would love to hear from his perspective how right the people are and maybe how wrong the people are. But again, art is subjective to your point.
What did you think about him bending over when they did the flag, when he split the flag and they bent over? When they were dancing? Do you remember? No? Okay. Never mind.
Is it? But isn't that what hip hop is? Like
that's all it is.
Explain themselves.
Never,
like,
and they never. I disagree. I don't think he ever should. I think he should just leave it.
Agree. Yeah, like I said, he should leave it. But again, I'm talking about when we old and gray in the chair. When you hear the backstory. No, seriously.
I see what you're saying, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about way back then. Like the song. I just saw this thing pop up. Freak out. That song, the guy just came out and said how they came up with that song. They couldn't get into the club and they said, get out. And that's how they came with the song. So he was jamming to the music and it said, F out. And then they took it out and said, freak out. Whatever that story. I'm just saying it's interesting to hear those stories sometimes to be like, damn, that's the origin of how that started. I'm talking later down the line, the old Kendrick, baby, back then in 2025 when I did it, we talking about 2050, 2060. Lord,
and knowing Kendrick, he's probably he might rap about it in a song or something. Somebody will catch something. You know how I feel like the way they tell stories is like, it's so impressive because I forgot it. Like even somebody said he was singing a song that he was going to release or that wasn't released or that was half released. And so he started singing a little bit of that song and then added a couple of more to the song and then switched the song and nobody really knew who the lady. I'm just like, what is going on? There's so much happening.
I didn't know that Drake held his own with versus Kendrick Lamar was pretty amazing. I hate that Drake is going out like a sucker and suing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish you could have just stayed at this heavyweight lyrical battle that we hadn't saw in a while. But Drake kind of going off the.
Man, he was acting light skinned. Just say it straight.
He got in his feelings. See, his emotional intelligence didn't allow him to keep going.
Yeah, he kind of like messing it all up.
Somebody put a battery in his back and told him, "Hey, boy, you gotta calm this down."
So what I was saying was this: shout out to Jay-Z. He's only one man, right? But I had faith in him when he got into business with the NFL that eventually one day we will see this, and we see it, and then I think as a people we don't realize even when we do something we don't realize that Jay-Z he got in there. He just did something. He just made something happen.
Yeah, I mean that's a good way to look at it. You know what's interesting is I wonder what the NFL is thinking today. Like I wonder if because there's a part of me that like I've never worked for like the NFL, but I've sat in meetings before where leaders were like, well, we want to do something, but we're not the right people to deliver the message. Somebody else needs to deliver the message because if it comes from us, it's not the right message. I am wondering if they know what's going on and they're okay with it because they can say it's Jay-Z's thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, have you ever been in a situation where there's a group of people and they're kind of like, well, I don't want to be the person that says this, but can you say it? Like you saying it is delivering it better. I'm wondering what they're feeling, or if they're like, this is a total fail, or like, I'm just wondering what they're saying.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. I believe the NFL was clearly aware of what was going to happen. You don't do something that big without practicing it. You don't do something that big without somebody else from the NFL establishment at practice know what's going on. And they have the son. In essence, I know Jay-Z's the man, but at the end of the day, the shield is going to protect itself. They're not going to let someone go rogue because you're Jay-Z and, oh, we trust you. Yeah, I trust you. But I also got a lawyer to watch the lawyer, accountant to watch the accountant, right? Meaning, we got this. And trust me, the NFL knows who Kendrick Lamar is. Somebody in that office, right? Like they know he's who he is. They're clearly aware of, like I said, they have the FBI, former FBI agents that vet players before they draft them. You don't think they went through Kendrick Lamar to say what's going on here? No, they know what was going on, and they understand the assignment, right? Whether it's for show or whatever, with the end racism that's in the end zones, or now it's love, or whatever the case may be. But an entity as large as that is not going to just blindly allow you to just go out there and perform and say, all right, I see it. Nah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess my whole point is like, I wish, and I say this privately to like friends and family, I'm going to say it publicly, but I wish we lived in a world where people realized that they were the problem. Their lack of research, their lack of listening, their lack of involvement, their lack of honestly taking the time to understand is the problem here. Like, why are we not? I mean, I don't even know who the performer was. I was watching the Grammys and some person was up in full blown costume. I don't know who the person was. It was a woman. I don't know what she was doing, but she had a speech, and I listened to the speech and I was like, that was a really good speech. Like, who is this person? Like, because I didn't know. And afterwards I was like, I need to spend some time to understand like who that person actually is so that I can understand more of like why she was saying the things that she was saying. But my point is like, I wish more people would do that. Stop attacking the thing you actually don't know anything about. Take some time, 5 minutes, and just go, okay, what was that about? What did I miss? Because there's clearly a culture of people that really loved this thing. What did they like that I didn't understand?
But why do I have to, Flo? If I never had to understand you now. No, I get what you're saying. I totally get. I'm just speaking from their perspective to say, if I never had to do this on some real life stuff, why would I do it about a Super Bowl performance that's 15 minutes long?
Which is why I said, that is why I wish I live in a world where people weren't that selfish. Like, you should do it because you exist in the world with these people. That's why you should do it.
They want somebody like me and you to give a 30-second TikTok clip and explain what happened. And then they're going to run to the barbershop and be like, or the water cooler. Yeah. Do you know when they split the flag, that's because America's divided? I'm just saying that's how the world works.
I think if they brought Garth Brooks up there, I don't think most people where we from would care. Or care to even figure out what he's trying to do.
Exactly. Like we say,
well, I think it depends on. Well, it's kind of funny you said Garth Brooks because he actually might get up there and do something that white people would be pissed because that's what he does. So maybe use somebody else and not Garth Brooks, but because he might get up there and like kneel or something, and you'd be like, Garth. But I get what you're saying. Like, so one of their.
There's no man named Garth.
Yeah, one of their
subliminal stuff up there when she just did her performance a couple of weeks ago, and nobody cared.
Who?
Beyonce when she performed at the Ravens game.
She performed at the Super Bowl and they hated it. Remember, she had the all black.
Yeah,
and that's why and she was wearing all white this time, and they were like, "Why is she wearing white?" I'm like, "You guys just cannot."
And Samuel Jackson said it. He was actually clean with it. Samuel Jackson said, yeah, that's how you, what do you say? You clean it up or make it soft. That was too ghetto. He was telling you directly what's going on.
He said one time a life. He was like, oh, you're going to lose a life. You lose a life for that one. Like,
yeah.
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 So let's talk about the game. We're talking about everything else. Let's
The
talk
Eagles
about
whooped
the
them
game.
behind, and it's over.
The Eagles whoop that ass.
Let's go back to what I was talking about. So now but let's talk about the game. Flaw, talk to us.
No, so I think I said on the show just a week ago, I'm like, the Eagles are better than them everywhere. They're better offensive line, defensive line. Like I call them, like everywhere the Eagles are better than this team besides Patrick Mahomes, and it's going to come down to the rest. And I'm going to be honest. On the first drive of the game, when the Eagles literally just methodically drove down the game, I was like, no way these refs are going to try to screw them out of this game. Remember that pass interference or whatever? I was like, oh no. But when I heard the crowd boo collectively, I was like, we're good. We're going to be in there because they're not going to do this. Like, they're not going to do it. And listen, it was football. Football 101, right?
Pass interference called the AJ Brown?
Yeah, that pass, even the commentators were like, that wasn't pass interference, and the whole crowd was booing. I was like, they're not gonna do this the whole game. Like they can't. Like AJ everybody
just walked off smiling. He just walked off like, man, here we go.
Yeah,
that was like a third down play. That was such an awesome play, and it
was. It was wasn't it fourth down? Was it third down or fourth down?
Third. It was. Was it third?
I don't remember. Well, I don't remember. Whatever down it was, when Tom Brady said, "Oh no," and then they called it, and then the crowd started booing. I was like, "These refs are going to get it together today." I know that.
I think what we saw was Kansas City picked their poison, and they sold out to stop Saquon, and they basically was like, "All right, Jalen Hurts,
beat us."
And I don't know why people keep trying Jalen Hurts like he's goddamn. I don't know why they act like the man can't play.
Can I take it back? I don't know why people don't realize that football starts in the trenches. The Eagles have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. So, Street, me and you might be able to go back there and make a little check down if you got 7 seconds. Because it doesn't have to be pretty.
I don't want to hear that. Philadelphia Eagles, Tofa, all that stuff. They cheating. I told y'all. I said it to y'all. They what? They're not going to go against Vegas. Huh? I told y'all. I clearly said it. And guess what? I got receipts.
They're not going to go against Vegas.
Look at my face. Oh.
I'm going with Philly, Street. Talk to me.
T.O. said, now T.O. played in the league. You heard he said, like, I would have never played in it and don't think it's rigged. But the blatant never said it.
Let me go to my part. What I said. Watch this. I'm going with Philly. That's all I need to say. Show over. God bless. Good night. I tell y'all better start listening. It don't matter. Guess what? Always bet on red. The red man. I'm here. Forget what Drake did. He messed it up. Let's Drake messed it up.
I was about to say,
I think the obvious, and I think we talked about that. The obvious, they were saying that the Eagles had the better team because with all the cheating talk going on, it was a 1 point game. Like, and it was like, hey, wait a minute. Like with all this, you would think the money would be coming in on Kansas City. So obviously the Eagles, nobody's talking about the Eagles and how good they really are, dog. Their offensive line is nasty, dog.
I've been telling people, I'm like, the Eagles are the most complete football team. And everyone's like, yeah, but what about, and I'm like, no. Period.
Can't throw the ball on your back. You cannot throw the ball on your back.
Period.
And I was at work and they were like, Patrick Mahomes didn't show up. No, them 4 dudes on that front showed up.
Right.
And they were knocking at the door. Mama, right. They were that man again. And it's 4 of them. What are you going to do? Tell them I ain't home.
And that offensive line for the Eagles showed up. Like they dominated in the trenches. They dominated. Like Patrick Mahomes didn't stand a chance. And did Jalen Hurts even get sacked?
It says it's the largest offensive line in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, I mean, they've been that all year. So my poor Steelers had to play the Chiefs this year. We played the Eagles this year. We played almost every team that was in the playoffs, it seems. And the one thing I remember saying the week of the Eagles is I was like, the only way my Steelers are ever going to beat them is if they get turnovers, because they're loaded. Like, they're just a great football team. That if you don't watch football and you just watch the Super Bowl, or you just watch your team but you watch nobody else, what you saw the Philadelphia Eagles do, that was a great football team. They have trenches, they have good corners, good safeties, good linebackers. Like, that is what a football team is supposed to look like.
So they had six sacks. Philly had 6 sacks. KC had 2. Philly had 11 quarterback hits to Kansas City 3 quarterback hits.
Wow.
So basically, Jalen Hurts was only hit 5 times in totality of sacks as well as hits. And Philly had 17 on Mahomes boy.
17. So so if you take 17 and you break it down by 4 quarters, so we'll do 16. So that's about 4 times
a quarter. And if you only get the ball, twice a quarter at most? Yeah. That's brutal.
With the $5 down there, man. Let's all be honest.
Oh.
Have any of us sat and watched every halftime show once we found out who was performing?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
And that's the point. But we also don't come out, but I'll say this to you, Reggie, bet for the 5. But we also don't come out and say, that Pink Floyd performance was terrible.
Right.
And didn't even watch it. You got people saying that performance was terrible and didn't even watch it.
Yeah. So hey, give us some football talk. Eagles got pressure with 4 guys, and they seem to be very wide. Like, talk to us. Like, what were we looking at, bro?
So you see them what they call ghost 9s, jet sets, where you talking about the wide defensive ends, right? And what a ghost 9 is, the 9 technique, the tight end. They call it a ghost 9. If there's no tight end, you treat it as one, so it's different technique. So you get out wide. That creates a certain angle for you versus the offensive tackle, right? And then so the offensive tackle, he has to now kick slide even more because the guy has the angle. He's further out. So he has to really get on his horse and kick slide. And I remember, coaching defensive ends, and I remember saying this. Do you believe, I used to bring every old lineman, could you beat this old lineman in a 40? Yeah, coach, could you beat him in a 40? Yeah. Could you? Yeah. Now, can you beat him if he had to run backwards? Hell yeah. That's exactly what it was, just a mindset, right? Of course, it's some technique. But what you do is you create angles and you keep Mahomes in the pocket to force him to step up, right? And now they play games with that where you can stun and twist and so forth. But I thought it was a great way to now say, all right, Patrick Mahomes, you can't sit back here and really think you have this, because you have guys that are now also outside of your peripheral, right? If they're tighter, I can see and feel them coming, and I can feel that pocket collapsing. But if I walk out 2 to 3 yards wider, now they're outside of your peripheral. So now you're anticipating that somebody's coming. So now you're starting to see ghosts. Like, oh shit, is he? Oh damn, he was blocked. So it creates a mind for the quarterback, right? Because he knows watching film that they got great pass rushers. He knows them boys put in work, and he'd have been hit as the game going on 17 times. So now, he's not only fighting what he sees, he's fighting what he doesn't see.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? And he is the catalyst. He is the machine, the engine to the Ferrari for KC, right? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great game plan, but it's also what happens when you got great players. You look like a damn great coach. You look like a great coach when you got great players.
Can I just say something really fast? Juan Manuel. So if the Eagles are what a football team looks like, what do we have as the Dolphins football team? Do you see that comment?
You know what, Street?
You have a lot of work to do is what you have.
Good night. Everybody go home.
What you have realized is that your team is not good enough. That's what you have. You have some work to do.
But really flawed. So I'm gonna do you like Shannon did Skip. So you're gonna sit right up here and do me like this. You're gonna pick him over me, and we work with you.
I'm picking the truth.
The truth.
The truth is the Dolphins have a lot of work to do. What do you want me to say?
We got a damn 12-year-old
Now, if you want me to lie to
Rolex
you, if you want to be a delusional fan, I can tell you it's fine. You might have some Hall of Fame guys on your roster and everything will be fine. I mean, we'll be fine.
If other teams could do it, we can be delusional.
Yeah. So you can be delusional, but if you want the truth is you got a lot of work to do.
Man, street, we got a 20-year-old coach with a gold Rolex and a vape pen out there. Fuck. What are we doing?
Was there any moment in the game where either one of you thought the Chiefs were going to win?
Maybe kickoff. The kickoff.
When Mahomes stepped out with that green suit on. Now, when I saw Jalen Hurts in them Jordan cleats, I was like, oh,
with the purple? Did you see him with the purple?
Yeah. I thought he warmed up in some Jordan cleats. I don't think he wore them in the game, though. I don't think he can. I thought Saquon would be the deciding factor. I thought Saquon would have them control the ball. And then when they obviously sold out to stop Saquon because AJ Brown was one-on-one and Jalen Hurts was hitting them back shoulder. And you know what I'm saying? They basically picked their poison.
Yeah.
Put your glasses back on. I'll say this. Jalen Hurts, I think, had a phenomenal game throwing the ball. He was 17 to 22, 221, 2 touchdowns, and an ugly interception. And Patrick Mahomes was 21 to 32 with 257, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
Yeah, but how much of that? Look, can I just say something? It was at 9:28, I believe, in the fourth quarter. It was 37-6.
Correct.
So Patrick Mahomes' stats are kind of like, okay, I get it. Those are his stats. I get it.
Agreed.
But like, bruh.
Agreed. No, they call the dogs off at that point. No, I agree with that. And that's why I tell people stats can be misleading.
Yeah.
And stats do need context. So to your point, yes, you're 100% correct. But what I do believe the deciding factor was Jalen Hurts' legs. He kept drives alive. He kept the chains moving. You understand? And that dang field goal kicker was ice, baby.
Yeah, did he make all of his field goals?
He made all of them, but not only that he made them, a lot of them were stopped. Yeah, he was 4 for 4. His longest was a 50. He made 16 points himself.
Right, and then they kept seeing whatever the long snapper was doing, whatever they were acting like the long snapper was doing. He was still making the field
driving things. So he was very clutch, I'll say, for them, man. He was knocking them through solid. And you know, hey, shout out to him, man.
Reggie has a super chat.
Reggie? Oh, my bad. We both hit at the same time. $5. Who was the player that was dressed like Frank Lucas from American Gangster?
What did Frank Lucas wear?
The mink. Remember he had the gray mink from American Gangster? Remember Denzel? That's how you got caught? Oh, Lord. Hold your arm up. We got to take one of your stripes off your arm really, Florida. You lost your point card around here.
Hard R or A?
The black card? Hard AR. Black card.
Start by changing the mascot to the Killer Wells. No. That's actually funny. You know what's actually funny is I never thought of that. Aren't the dolphins like the friendliest animal in the sea or something?
Don't do that.
Are they?
Don't do that, please.
They're very
laces out, Dan. Laces out. Here you go, right here. That's the Frank Lucas right there.
That is so funny.
Boy had the chinchilla. Boy had the chin. That's what got him in trouble.
And we got him in jail. Yeah, being too flashy. Hey, put this up here. I need y'all to react to this at real time. At real time.
All right, hold on. What am I looking at? All right, here we go. Real time. Talk to her.
Y'all ready?
Alabama star wide receiver Ryan Williams has signed an NIL deal with a nail polish company. Yes, I said it a nail polish company. And the name of that company is Sally Hansen. And this is the same company who gave former Duke star and now one of my favorite rookies in the NBA, Jared McCain, a nail polish deal. Now, Ryan Williams, not too long ago, came out and said that his sister paints his nails, and that's how he got into it. And now he signed a deal, and his NIL evaluation is over $2 million. And I know it's going to be a lot of conspiracy theorists out there who believe that this is an attack on our young men because it's players and specifically young boys who look up to Ryan Williams, Jared McCain, and Caleb Williams, who was also known for wearing paint on his nails before he got to the NFL. I don't know if he does it anymore. And the only advice that I can give you is to make sure that you are in your household with your son. Make sure that you are trying your best to raise them the way that you want to raise them, and don't let the internet raise them. And I also have a question for the fathers out there. Would you rather your son be a gangster in the streets, in and out of jail, or would you rather him walking around with a little bit of nail polish on, playing college football on his way to the NFL, or playing college basketball on their way to the NBA? It's a hypothetical question. All I need is a simple answer. But for all the people out there who are against this, I just want you to make sure that you are in your household trying your best to raise your son the way that you want them to be when they get older.
React, go.
Want me to go first? God damn, so ready for this. First of all, I'm gonna say this. I think people, I may say like him, I get he's making content, but I saw a guy ridiculing somebody for wearing nail polish. Is that my thing? No. But here's what I will say. That same guy who ridiculed men for wearing nail polish was the same dude that had 2 earrings in his ear. And at one point, 2 earrings was feminine. Yeah. Now it's the norm, right? Yep. Now it's the norm. So guess what he did? He conformed to the norm, to a feminine act, because it's what? It's normalized. Eventually this will be normalized. So if this young man wants to do what he wants to do, because we don't tell anybody in America no, then man, go get your money for it, bro. Straight up. Because the same hypocrite, man, that dude out there wearing nail polish. Well, guess what, bro? Guess what? When you was growing up, it was 1 earring and had to be your right ear, not your left, right? But now it's 2 earrings.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked that much on stuff, but you go back to the 80s and 90s, there was some questionable tight leather pants, see-through shirt.
I'm just saying. Right.
What you think, really, Flaw?
I have 2 mantras in life. Don't harm people and don't be an asshole. He's not doing either one of those 2 things. So the other thing I want to say though is I can't judge, just like I wouldn't judge a drug dealer for doing what you need to do to support your family, to make money, to make a living, to do your thing. Just like I wouldn't condemn a stripper for going on the stripper pole and making money and doing what you need to do. I am not going to condemn an 18-year-old that is making NIL money and supporting his family. And his sister probably thinks he is the best thing on the planet. His sister probably thinks this is the coolest thing. And I think, so I kind of cheated a little bit. I watched him do an interview probably about, I think it was like 3 months ago, where he said he lets his sister paint his nails because they bond. Like that's what they do together. And so for me, it's not shocking. I'm sure she thinks this is like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I just like I'm saying, something right here.
He did it for her.
Yeah.
Scam Duncan says, of course, it's a liberal is going to say that. I guess he's speaking to me. Emasculation of the black man. I get it. I hear you. But at the end of the day, the same things that people are doing, how can you call somebody? My question was to that guy who called out somebody else, and you literally did the same exact thing. So I'm calling him out as well. Like I told you, it's not my thing. I'm not painting my nail. I don't even have an earring. My ear's too big, first of all. I don't even have an earring. You know what I mean? That's just not my thing. But in today's society, anybody can do anything.
That's my thing. Yeah.
Oh, you got hell. At least he getting paid for doing it. You got NBA cats wearing dresses. You got Dennis Rodman was wearing dresses and stuff.
makeup people that's my biggest thing is like, especially like the people on TV and the people that do all these big podcasts, and I'm not going to name any names, especially the black men that do all these big podcasts that are talking about zesty and this and that. I'm like, you wear makeup before you hit live, but you want to talk about something being zesty.
Some like, men, we're not talking about on like the national, like who got YouTube channels, like me and you?
Yes. Men out here that a lot of men are listening to, a lot of black men are listening to.
How you
and they're in there wearing makeup and trying to fix their face and trying to do all this stuff, but yet you want to scream? Like, come on, y'all. But that's what I always say. That's why I don't get into selective outrage, and I have rules. My only rule is do not harm people, do not be an asshole. That's it. Because there's not a book that says, here is how you're masculine. This is how you're masculine. You have to do this, and then you do this, and then you do this, and then you can't do this. No, it's like y'all are so worried about being emasculated. This has always been my bigger issue, not with you all. I'm speaking to you all, but I'm not really. But we spend so much time worried about like, oh, we're trying to take away his manhood. We're trying to take away his manhood. And it's like, what are you doing though? How are you combating the message? And all you're doing again is whining. You're whining. Stop whining. So anyways,
I mean, for TV and stuff, I understand why they do the makeup part because of the cameras, the lights to shine. And a lot of people may not know this. I had to actually learn. I got a buddy that does acting. Lighting, when you have, especially if you're on the set, if there's a black person on the set, especially a person of darker skin, say like Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, there's two different contrasts there. I remember him talking about this. The lighting for black men and black skin is so much different than white skin when you're trying to color balance. I mean, it's real technical in that sense. I'm not trying, for YouTube, it's YouTube, I get it. But we're talking about NBC, ABC, that kind of thing, movie sets. He was talking about lighting. So I understand why people wear makeup, even on those sets. But we're talking about for YouTube, dog, like,
oh, there's a lot of men wearing makeup, but they're talking about a gay agenda or whatever it is they want to talk about. It's crazy as hell.
The emasculation of the black man. I mean, I don't know. Like, this is his choice, right? He chose to tell us he paints his nails. Like,
right.
I know there's things that happen in the public.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's things that happen in the public that makes it
the live cut off.
Right. It opens up. It opened up a door, and then some people walk through, like these rappers wearing dresses and things of that nature. I'm glad that didn't catch a fire, but
it was close. Lord, it was close.
Right.
I just think it's funny that we have so much to say about how other people are living their lives, but we won't even open up our lives. You know what I mean? Like, we have so much to say about what everybody else is doing, but
the question is where does it stop at? You've seen dresses. Now we see nail polish. We've seen them playing football.
We've seen everything. Guys do have implants. Guys have braids in their hair. Guys try to get more hair extensions. Some men that start like.
No. My question is, I know men. Okay, fine. I can see you getting a fake lace front wave, but where does this stop at? At what point are you going to see a man like? Remember how Snoop used to wear his long hair, right? Are we eventually going to see these kids getting lace fronts like males, right? I don't
know.
Where do you stop it at? Is the question. Where
Can
you're
I
like,
say,
okay, that's the line. You're gay.
There's no line.
There's no line. Yeah.
Because nobody tells anybody no anymore. Nobody says no anymore because you can't say that. You can't tell them no. Why? Because it's cancel season, right?
It's cancel season.
It is. It's cancel season.
So
I told my story. I told y'all a story before. Hell, it was a girl and that looked like a girl. I said she. They called me and talking about, no, her pronouns are he. Well, damn, she looked like he. She just got a short haircut.
It turned into a quiz,
No, I'm walking off and they're like, well, you didn't respect her. I said, listen, let me tell you something. I go in the computer, F is next to a name, or M, it's a female, right? The gender.
Why does it even say female, by the way? Anyways.
Don't do that. It says F. That's wrong. That's not right. That's describing, right? It's describing.
Go ahead. Just go ahead.
I'm asking, am I right? Is that the right? They shouldn't say that? Or were you joking?
No. Go ahead. Well, I would have to ask more questions, but that's why I'm like, just go ahead.
No, I'm talking about when you pull up their information, it says there's their address, whatever.
It might be right in the system.
It's in the system.
Yeah. Well, I think it depends. If it says gender, and then the gender is female, that is not correct.
Oh, damn. So
the gender should be W.
Bro,
a woman is a noun. That is a person, place, or thing. That is the definition of a noun. Is a person, place, or thing. Right?
Okay.
So if you're going to say to me, is this a person? What kind of person is this? It is a woman. That's now if you're going to say, what kind of parts does this person have? You use an adjective. They have female parts because a female is an adjective word.
So when does womanhood start?
Womanhood is a different word.
Okay, so when does it being a woman start versus a girl?
Oh, I don't know when they classify when it transitions from.
And I think that's what makes F versus M. You're always going to be a female from birth to death in that sense. And you go,
what? How do we get from woman? How do we get from a man becoming? How do we get from a woman? No.
I was saying
a girl becoming.
Because you said under gender, I said it said F, and you said that's not correct. So you said
because there's not a because I. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was saying you said it said W, but then I'm saying she's really not a woman either because she's an adolescent.
That's why I was telling you to go ahead because that's why I was like, and I think that what you're saying is they were transitioning or something, right? So then.
No, that's just how they identify it. Ain't in transition.
Oh,
I didn't even care.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got there. I was just simply saying that I guess my whole thing is Flawed in Street is streeter with the hard ER is I don't know, man. We on Hayes Street. Shout out to everybody, man. 478 people in the building. Go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Yeah, $10. Go Canes. Hashtag my bad. ADHD moment. That's what I.
What do you think, Street, about the nail polish?
My question is where does this stop at? Because I think a lot of stuff we were told by our macho granddads and dads, and men don't do this and men don't play with this, and I think it's being slowly, you know what I'm saying? Slowly, it's being walked back. Some of the things, men don't cry and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's causing confusion. I was at the IRS the other day, man, and it was a young lady that worked there. I don't know it was a young lady. It was a person. They had braids in their head. They were dressed like a man, but it appeared to be a woman. And to this day, I don't know what I saw. Like I don't know what it was, and it didn't used to be like that. You used to be able to tell.
So
I don't know where we're going. Like I don't know. It's almost I don't know where we're going with this gender thing, bro. We could call them what we want to call them, but actions speak louder than words.
The problem is I don't think anybody wants to be put in a box from an identification standpoint. But in life, you have to label things, right? We call things a home. That's a camera. Here's a monitor. That's a light. Like everything has to have names in order to identify it and categorize it. It is what it is. You may not like it. You may not want to be put in that box. But if you want to go out there on OBT and call yourself a little teapot, short and stout, here's my handle, here's my spout. by all means, go do that. But when it comes to general things, then that's what it is. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I don't know how else you can't walk around. You can't walk around. Here's the easiest way you want to know what you are. Here's the easiest way you want to know what you are. Run from the police and find out how they describe you. Black male head and north. That's what you are.
Like in me, JR say you saw a person. That's fine, me, JR. So when I say, hey, you come here, because I don't know what I'm looking at, don't get offended. I don't want to.
I'm somebody. You have to have identifying term. What do you mean? Hey, you. I'm a person, place, or thing. Call me a noun.
That's fine. You can make it as complicated as you want. Listen, some bosses don't identify you. You can make it as complicated as you want. I don't have to play your weird game.
Right.
So I'm going off my limited knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And then so I'll just be like, hey, you. Like, hey, you. Like I don't gotta play your weird game. Like, you're not gonna be correcting me about some shit I don't know. So right, I'm not sure. I saw a person. I'm not sure if it was a male or a female. And I guess people are saying, well, I don't have to identify. Okay, well, watch this. Because I'm not here. I'm not here trying to figure out what fuck you are. No, I'm not.
Unless you tattoo across your forehead, then I'll respect that where I can clearly read it, or you wear a name tag. And even then, from a distance, if I say, excuse me, ma'am, can't get offended.
Yeah. I'm a him. I'm a they. Well, that's your problem. Like,
why is it a problem?
My mama said, ponytails, girl. Ma'am, I'm going off my limited knowledge. That's what I see. I don't care.
This man said that's your problem.
Yeah. Change the game in the middle of the game. That's why Trump came by. I saw a post from Elon was so funny the other day, dog. It said like from 1964 to 2023, 2 genders. 2023, 74 genders.
Yeah.
2025, 2 genders again.
And my thing is this: I don't care what you want to be. Go be that.
Yeah.
But at some point, and I think that's what's hypocritical. At some point, those same people use identifying words for different things. So how do
for example, what do you mean?
That same person, whatever they want to be,
right?
Pass me that red sweater. Well, what if that sweater don't want to be red today? That's what color it is. Now, I know that's not a living being, but at the same time, you get where I'm going? Everything has categories. Everything is identifiable in some form or fashion, right?
Yeah.
We call this social media. Well, they want to change the game. It's not social media. It's digital programming. I want to call it that. Like, no, this is what the world has called it to be. Like,
hey, MJR said they have the right to be as bold as you are ignorant, Hayes.
That's true.
That's correct. But again, I don't have to be in your game. You can be as bold as you want to be.
I think the problem though is both of you feel the same way. Like that person feels like they don't have to play your game of your game as this or that, and then you're saying you don't have to play their game of this, that, or whatever it is.
No, I'm saying I don't care. See, that person cares what you're calling them. What I'm saying is I'm going off my ignorant, limited knowledge, right? And that's what I'm going to use. I don't care. Like, you care. You're the one that's going to get offended.
When you say you don't care, are you saying it like,
bro,
I don't care. Tell me what you want me to call you. Or are you saying it like, I don't care. I just called you a dude. You're not a dude.
I was asking that day in school when it went from him and her to other things. I was asking that day. I didn't get this class.
Okay.
So you're saying I got to go take the class, and then I have to figure out to do the quiz when I get.
Right.
I mean, I've never really had this experience. Like, I guess because when I talk to people, I don't identify them. I don't talk to them as an identifier, if that makes sense. Like I don't.
So do me a favor. Who is that person right there between me and you, really flawed? Could you identify that person on the screen?
What do you?
How would you identify that person? Can you describe them? How would you describe them?
Well, on my, is he not moving? It looks like a
No.
he. Oh, you paused it. I was like,
How dare you call him a he?
Right. Then you know what I say? I thought it was a he, and we keep it moving. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't feel like
they don't want to keep it moving. They want to ridicule you because you didn't call them by whatever they are. That's what I'm saying.
But even if so, what? That's what I'm saying. I guess anytime I've ever had these conversations, like
it's a person with male features.
I don't even spend that much time caring about this, I guess is my thing. Like, I know that so many people think that this is like the most important thing in the world. To me, I'm just like, what are you? Okay. Okay, cool. And I keep it moving. Like,
hey, no, I don't understand. I haven't had one of these conversations with MJR like this in a long time, but he loves fighting for the pink team. I haven't had one of these conversations in a long time. It's a person, right? Can we just keep it there then? Like
that's why I said I've never ran into.
That's a person. Okay, well let's just keep it there. Like
no,
okay, I'm good with calling you a person,
and that's fair. But when you're talking, when you're talking to someone, we're talking there. But if you're going to interact with that person, you have to. Excuse me, person. Can you help me with my thing? Like when I was in the store talking to you, I said, "Thank you, ma'am." Because it clearly was a lady. However, she could have been upset.
But that's the thing. So I don't use identifying terminology. That's my whole thing. Like I don't say like, thank you, ma'am. I would be like, thank you, I appreciate you. Have a good day. I would never even say ma'am or sir.
Yeah, but we're reprogramming what we've done for 47 years.
Yeah, I think but again, I think like in a way, this kind of goes back to like what we were saying about Kendrick Lamar. I think I've always been this way because as an educator, I've always known I don't want to have that conversation. So I'm going to teach myself to never have to have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like if I approach you as, thank you, I appreciate you. Have a great day. Do you mind helping me with this thing? Like I don't ever identify people. Does that make sense? Like I don't.
Yeah, it does. I got one for you though. Every time I go through a drive-through, the person calls me a female.
What?
Every time I go through the drive-through, they be like, "Okay, ma'am," because I guess you know what I'm saying. I speak a little higher, I guess, and it has never bothered me once.
Because it doesn't bother you, Street. Right? It doesn't bother you because you're not fighting to be something different. Versus you have people who are fighting to be something different.
Say it another way, hey. Say it another way. Say it another way. Because
you are a person with a female.
Who I am.
You are a person with a female voice.
My girlfriend, she laughs all the time, and then I go home and do something dirty to her. She always finds it funny. It never bothers me.
I told you, Street, because you are a person with a female voice. Is that the right way to say this?
I know who I am, right? And I know the person on the other end don't know who I am. I'm not offended.
So back in middle school, it was a little tough, huh? Because I got that one time in middle school. She's like, you sound like a girl on the phone.
It's not tough. Like, it never bothered me, dog. It never.
Oh, man. 5 minutes. Oh, man. You got 5 minutes in the bottom right-hand corner. 5 minutes, old man. 5 minutes. Bottom right-hand corner right now. Don't collect $200.
I'm like, did nobody else find that funny? Like, that's hilarious.
He used a hard HER.
Oh my God.
Treat her.
No. And that's what I'm saying. Now you fast forward 20 years later, you got people making up pronouns and names and getting so offended that you don't know to quit. And I'm like, bro, I'm a man. Every time I go to a drive-thru, they say, is that it, ma'am? And it never bothers me.
You be like, surely is. That what you say? Hold on. So what do you say? Hold on. When they say,
why are they so offended? Is the question. That's the question.
Because I always tell people, anytime somebody gets offended, they are insecure.
There it is.
Getting offended is the first sign of insecurity. I always tell people
with yourself. That's why you're offended.
Exactly. It's insecurity. Think about it. Like, think about your favorite sports team. Like, if somebody has a problem with somebody, it's it's an insecurity. Most people, the things that make them insecure is what you're going to get the most emotional response from them, because they don't know. So they're going to lash. That's what people do.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'm with Rodney, right? I'll go back to that Rodney one right quick. Grew up saying sir, ma'am, and still to this day. I grew up saying that, right?
No,
yes,
I'm
ma'am.
laughing at
Yes,
Roger
sir.
Dodger.
Yes. Right? So here's the funny thing about that. We're talking about conforming what we grew up as doing because you feel a particular way. And here's why we'll give you respect. If you come in and say, oh, I prefer such and such, like if I work with you, if we're going to constantly interact, I'm probably still going to jack it up because my mind is programmed. I still see you as a dude or as a lady or whatever. Right. I remember I worked for a principal one time. She got married and her name changed. Hell, I known her 3 years as Miss Witherspoon. Now she such and such.
Yeah.
Actually, she got divorced. And her name changed. You remember her from New Orleans. You remember her?
She had a daughter, right?
I think she had a son, whatever. But anyway, she got mad because we called her Witherspoon and she got divorced and she hated the dude and got mad at us as teachers. Ma'am, you just got divorced yesterday. Relax.
You've been Witherspoon for 18 years.
And tomorrow, because you hate the dude, now all of a sudden everybody's supposed to immediately conform to what you've changed. Like there's no grace period. That's kind of like the same thing with people. No, it's no grace period. Can I tell you this? It's just like when you're in the field, especially in education. This happens all the time. If I say, I remember this happened with somebody. I'll just say Miss Williams. It's Dr. Williams. Hold up, man. You ain't walking around with a stethoscope and a white coat, lady. Tighten up. Don't nobody know you got your doctorate in education, right? Like it's about how you approach it more than just informing you. You know what I think? That's the issue that a lot of people have. It's doctor. I worked hard to get my doctorate.
So it's how they're saying it, not that they're saying it.
Yeah, you're not walking around with your doggone doctorate on your forehead. How am I supposed to know you, Dr. Williams? Get your out of here, man.
No, you know what, dog? Like, dog, my mind, the way my mind works is that. Okay, so in the drive-thru, I've been called a female my whole life, right? Like,
yeah, we back to this. I try to get you out of
I use it to my advantage. Like, and sometimes it's kind of like say for instance, say my wife got to call somewhere and I can't, and she can't be there, right? And I'd be like, I call. She's gonna be like, man, they gonna know it's a woman. And I'd be like, no, I'm gonna use my regular voice. They can't tell you on the other end of the phone who you are. And I told her the same thing. Call me. I ain't got time to call on people. But my name Daryl. I'm not a man, right? Those people don't know who you are on the other side. You just trick yourself to believe that they know who you are.
That's true. Yeah.
If she said, Daryl, why you sound like your name? Why you sound like a Shaniqua? You just say, I'm offended. And they'll leave it alone. They
Street.
don't know who you are.
No, you scared me though, Street. When you say use it at the event, I thought when you pull up the Wendy's, you be like, little cleavage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know where you was going with that, dog.
No, the way my mind, I think this is why I don't care. Like, why I am secure. Like, the way my mind works is these are people we don't know. I don't care what they think.
But Street, you are.
Oh, but to you though, it also makes sense.
Yeah.
And to you, it makes sense. I think that's the other issue here, right? Is it makes sense to you why they would do that to you, because you can hear your voice and you can go, okay, I can that makes sense to me. I think that other people don't have that same thought. It doesn't make sense to you, right? So because it doesn't make sense to you, now you're challenging it. Like, well, wait a second, what is this? I don't know what you are. You know what I'm saying? It's different. But if you just see somebody and you're like, this is a woman, this is a man, cool. But if you don't know, it doesn't make sense to you. So it causes you to have that extra layer of like, well, what is this then?
Street, tell the truth. You really are Kiki, aren't you?
No, man. Like, dog, I don't know. I mean, no, when I order, dog, it happens all the time. I don't know what I never worked at McDonald's. I don't know what I sound like on the other end. Hey, you've been talking to me for years. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
No, you got a high pitched voice. You have a high pitched voice.
Okay, so somebody in the chat a minute ago said order a Big Mac. Order some food for us. What's your favorite combo?
Wendy's, may I help you?
Hey, may I help you at McDonald's? I'll be like, oh yeah, let me get a tea with some fries. And I guess to them it sounds.
You sound like you got on. You sound like you got. Hey, you sound like Cleo on Set It Off. You're a little rough around the edges, dog. All you need is a square.
No, but like I'm saying, but it's a person on the other end that don't know me. Why would I be offended that I get to the window and be like, you call me a like time for
because
that?
Street, but Street, you get it though. Think about the world though, bro.
Right. You understand
on
why it's
social
happening.
media because you got other things going that you ain't thinking about that. You know how many people go to social media? They're offended because of this. They read the comments on their YouTube video. I can't believe y'all said that about me. Look at bro. Like I'd have been everything from a fake coach to I hate my black skin to no, I'm saying no, but that's because we don't care. There are so many other people in the world that care what others think about them. That's why you go get all this extra cosmetic surgery and all the things that go into beautification and eyelashes this long, and you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Gonna let that real hair shine. Let's see if somebody how many girls you know have bad hair? They throw that hat, they got them silly braids and they put that hat on. Come on, man. Come on. People care about what people think about them. Yeah.
Street, how do they want you to order some fries?
All right, here we go. Welcome to Wendy's. May I help you?
Yeah, let me get baby, what you want? Let me get a Sprite. I want a number 3.
Ladies in the car.
I want a number. Hey, what do these hoes look like? Man, fuck you, nigga. Let me get it.
You want a number 3? Anything else?
I want a number 3. You want something? Hey, let me get a number 4. Cut it.
Anything
half.
else?
And let
Anything
me get,
else?
No. And they always call me ma'am.
No, I'm not finished. I'm the person on the other end. Anything else? That's all they say. Anything else?
And a milkshake. And let me
anything else?
Let me see. Coach Hayes' mama might want something. Let me
get a
McFlurry with extra Oreos and M&M's in it for Coach Hayes' mama greedy ass. All right?
Anything else?
That's it.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Okay, your total gonna pull up to the window number 2 for your total, ma'am.
That's just how it sounds. Yo, and I have never batted an eye, though. I have never flinched. Like,
hold up. Now you drive to the window.
The kid think it's funny. Every time it's a kid think it's funny. Like,
hold up. Now you drive to the window, Street. This is how it goes.
Keep talking.
Now drive to the window, Street.
All right. Like, how much that is?
$43.27. Give me the money. God damn, that bitch ugly.
Y'all got Apple Pay? Y'all got Apple Pay? Huh?
Nah, we ain't got Apple Pay, man. I mean, sir.
You ain't calling me no ma'am in my face now.
Hey, no. Remember, she never looked up. She's looking down. We don't have Apple Pay, sir, ma'am. I mean, sir. Hold up, Street. Watch this. She go over there counting the money. God damn, that bitch ugly.
The best part is you saying anything else. Anything else.
Anything else? Is that it? Is that it?
Bro,
I hate that. Like, damn, if I could finish. That it? Oh my God.
Or I hate when like you're trying to order and you're like, I want a number 1 with da-da-da. And they're like, well, you want cheese? And you're like, can I finish telling you my order? I'm about to tell you if I want cheese.
Excuse me, is you want the burger or the meal? God damn.
Oh, my first baby mama used to cuss them out so bad. I'd be like, man, I ain't eating that shit. Dog, you put your motherfucking ass work at Burger King now, you broke. And you be like, dog, you finna eat what they finna hand you? Are you serious, dog? Man, go on to Bojangles, man. Eat that, man. You tripping.
Can I tell you, hey, Street, tell me the worst microphone system of all times on 183rd Street when it comes to food. Who had the worst? Which fast food had the worst microphone system of all time when you like place an order? Come on, Street. I'm gonna see if you're a real Carol City cat.
From where? From Carol City?
Off 183rd Street, anywhere on 183rd Street. Who do you think had the worst intercom system of all time?
Oh, it ain't that many on 183rd Street.
Man, what you talking about, man? You go all the way from Miami Lake. Popeye, my dog. God. Bro. Popeyes had
something like that Barbara Hayes, dog.
Bro, growing up, can I tell you this? This is a God's honest truth. Shout out to the OG. Growing up, we go to that Popeyes in front of Carol City. The speaker be broke. Dog, the OG be trying to order. Can I have number 3? Dog, I remember being 6, 7 years old. I'll never forget this. My old girl cussed them people out so bad, I hid on the floor. That's when you was a kid, you still could ride in the front seat. I hid on the floor of the car. She, as they say, she cussed them people from Amazing Grace to A Floating Opportunity, dog. It was the worst. It was the worst speaker system of all time. But the biscuits fire though. That's all I'm gonna say. Dog.
With the honey?
The honey inside. The biscuit with that jelly fire though.
Damn, dog. That's funny, dog. That's funny.
Popeyes was the worst, dog.
Hilarious.
And then hold on, I'm gonna give you a real secret. I remember I had just got my driver license. I went to Popeye. You know, we used to come in off 183rd Street and you turn. Can I show you? Can I tell you something? I saw the whole field. This is before they built the new Carol City. You can see the whole field doing this. Peekney Street. I want you to understand this. The entire field. Remember, that's what the practice field and all that grass was like this, dog. You know what that was?
What?
Rats, dog. Rats.
Carol City field?
No, not on the field. Remember, it was some grass right there, and then the track was real close.
Yeah.
So, bro. And at one time back in the day, they said they had found a rat in the chicken one time back at that Popeye, way back. But yeah, really? Dog. That yes, dog. Yes. One man said coaching in the 80s though.
Down the street from my house, dog.
I figured you was, hey, that Popeye, dog, you hit it right on the head, bro. We talking about the worst intercom system of all time, bro.
No, I mean, so the bottom
too bad, really flaw. We left you out.
Huh?
What?
I told my bad flaw. We left out a little bit from the tales from the.
Yeah, that's funny.
The bottom line is the offense. Like, you're
the bottom line. You said the bottom line is the offense.
Yeah, you're offended because you're insecure. That's the bottom line. Like, I mean, you're insecure. You're not sure what's going on.
That's
so
it.
You're mad at me because I ain't. No, whatever, man.
And a lot of times too, they're just tired of their, But yeah. I always say, like, we're all the same people. To be honest, we're all living the same life. We just have different responses to the life we're living. Uh-oh. Like, have you ever heard somebody say something about, like, I don't know, your childhood or something, and you were like, y'all did that too? Like, everyone's living the same life. It's just we're reacting to the situations differently. Some of us have a little bit more money. Some of us don't have any money at all. Some of us are living in a better neighborhood. Some of us aren't. Like, but it's the same kind of life.
I like when Willie Paul started getting deep into her
philosophy.
My life philosophy started to shine.
So for sure.
Come on, Willie Paul. What you got for the men tonight?
Well, what are they interested in?
All right, now. I'm finding something in a particular situation.
Let's see.
Ma'am.
I'll write a check and take cash.
I take 20s and 10s and 50s. Let's see. Let me think of something good. You know what? I'll keep this one simple. I would say that one thing that wait, what did I say last week? Does anybody remember what I said last week?
No.
I would just say women are not a monolith.
So can I leave with that right there?
No.
Can I leave with that? That I want women to know something about men.
Yeah, go ahead. You do it.
Clear example. When the conversation over, control, alt, delete, and log out. We're done. We don't remember.
You don't retain the information.
If it's not necessarily relevant to them, we move on. I remember. Yeah. It goes into the RAM. Just quick, short memory, and we don't remember.
That's interesting.
Cool Mo D, how you like me now? Talk to you, boy. You see what I did that street?
Do you have one street?
So y'all ain't gonna elaborate on my stuff. Hold on, man.
What was Hayes on?
He always feels left out when we don't chime in on his, but then when we chime in on his, he's like, "Oh, y'all didn't ask each other."
Y'all didn't never chime in. Okay, Street. I was saying that I want women to know about men is that we don't retain previous conversations that we deem irrelevant.
Right.
How would you know if it's irrelevant, though? Is that a learned behavior?
Important we retain. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, 85% of the shit y'all say is irrelevant. Like only 15% of shit like has any relevance. Like, especially when y'all in a good mood. It's like donkey on Shrek.
Because a lot of it is gossip. To be honest, a lot of it is gossip about Sally messing with the boss at work, or like stuff that guy is love and hip hop type stuff. So guys, we'll listen, and we'll say, "I can see how that's frustrating. Are you okay?"
No, you would not say that.
Yeah, no, and then when it's over, delete.
Huh. You know what? I think.
See, look at Brandon. I'm going through that now. These women be mad at me because I don't remember they schedule at work.
I think it's interesting because I think we're the kind of the exact opposite in that we remember almost everything.
No, we're going to delete.
I think that we retain more. Yeah, for sure. I think that's why usually, like historically, women can remember like anniversaries or where somebody first met or somebody's birthday or somebody, you know what I mean? Like what to get so-and-so for their birthday because we remember their kids' ages. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we usually remember.
Weaponize it. Y'all want to weaponize it later.
Here we go. See,
why do y'all remember stuff like that? Because it means something to you?
So no, because I think that at least for me, I feel like that's the role I need to play. Like I need to make sure that one of us remembers. You know what I mean? Like, so like, for example, like my parents' birthdays or,
it's relevant. That's relevant.
No, but what I'm saying is I think that sometimes though you kind of know the people in your life and you know who's going to remember the thing. And there's always somebody that usually is going to always text you happy birthday every year at 12:03 because that's what they do, right? That person. Then the person that doesn't ever want to go out, never, but they know what everybody else is doing, but they're sitting at home, right? Like everybody kind of has their role. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like sometimes it's your role to kind of remember. Now, do I remember everything from everybody? No. But so here's a perfect example. 3 weeks ago, you told me a story at work, and Cindy did this and blah 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 blah. Now it's fast forward 3 weeks, and you come in, hey baby, how was your day? Oh, it was good. Cindy was da 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 da, and I'm like, who's Cindy? Right,
and you get triggered because I'm like, I'm asking you who's Cindy. You remember I just told you Cindy was the one who did, and I'm like,
never pay attention to me when I'm talking. I ain't talking to you.
Yeah,
Cindy's irrelevant to us.
Right.
It was relevant at the moment. I remember who she was 3 weeks ago. Yeah. But 3 weeks later, like, we'll put our foot in the mouth and be like, you talking to me like I know who Cindy is.
Yeah.
When you did tell us 3 weeks ago,
yeah. Whereas on the flip side, we would be like, Oh, is that the guy that you were saying that da 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 da?
Yeah.
And you would be like, yeah, that's him, and we keep moving.
We don't. Yeah.
Clap it up for me, y'all. I got a good one today. Y'all clap it up for me.
That was good. That was a good one. You know what? For the first time in 5 weeks.
I had to work on that one. He talked to his mama and shit. I'm gonna ask him.
No, I actually listened to what you said right then, and I asked the question because you said, "Hey, you said what did we talk about last week? Do y'all remember?" And I said no, and that's what made me think of no, because last week it was irrelevant in my eyes. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I got one for the women.
Okay, go ahead.
Did Really Flogs do one?
No.
You see, that was my order voice right there. You heard that? Did Really Flogs do one?
Yeah.
That's what get me fucked up every time.
Because it's a question. Could you say, can I have a Big Mac?
Or is it your code switching?
Women, I want to tell you that male friend that got your back, that you chill with all the time, that you call your brother.
He'll hit you in a minute. My bad.
He will tear your ass up at the
New York.
Don't ever think that try him one night, come from the club and act drunk one night and be like, Charles cheating on me, come and watch what happens. Watch how fast them goddamn drawers come off.
Watch how fast he get in that bed. I'll tuck you in and lock the door behind me.
Spoiler alert. We know that.
Most of them, really? So y'all just be lying to us.
We know that.
So if you have a boyfriend, then why keep him around? If you know that.
You gotta ask them.
You're missing the point, Hayes. If she say they know and he's around and she telling you,
I can't. I'm not going to give you the answers to the test. I'm just going to present the answers, and you take them. And
I got one for the men, dog. I got one for the men. Check this out, Hayes. I remember one time.
I'm trying to get us to admit it on tape.
One time, I was talking. Most women I've talked to, they claim they didn't know Really Flawed, but they could be lying. Because this is what made me think about this. I remember one time I was talking to this girl, I think after sex, and she said she was spotting or something before she came over there, and I was like, "What?"
Oh God.
She said, if a woman ever told you you knocked her period on, that bitch was lying. So that tore my whole life up. I was like, say it again.
Thought you was putting in some work, huh? Thought you was putting in work street.
No. What she's saying is, I think a lot of times they get a little horny at the end, or when it's about to come on, and she walked in here knowing. But on her way out, she's telling you, damn, boy, you knocked my period on. But she knew that when she walked in there. She said, if a woman ever tell you that, it was lying, dog. And I never forgot that she told me that, bro.
I thoroughly agree.
No, but they so split with the shit that they do. They play on our egos, right? So
that's it. That's it.
Why not that period on, boy? Boy, she walked in there, buddy.
Well, you thought you was champion lover, huh? Street. They highlight Rottweiler, huh?
And we'll let you have it. Yeah, we'll let you have it.
Damn, Coach T. You run red lights over here. Damn, Coach T. Tighten up. Hit the brakes, Coach.
Raise your hand in the comment section if a woman ever told you, boy, you knocked my period on.
Damn, Street. Old tampon mouth ass Streeter with the heart.
I'm more worried about. You know what? Never mind. I'm more worried about the fact that you didn't know that was not possible. But
he wasn't in school that day. That's his answer. He was in school.
You got to stop acting. Now, hold up. Now, you got to give us men some respect. Now, they playing on our ego. So
no, because you don't understand. But because you didn't go to class and understand the anatomy.
I was asking that day. So what you supposed to argue with a Hayes? Hey, you
go to
Google and be like, that ain't how that works. Your edge was dropping.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Like, exactly. Well, because I think so.
As a man, you're gonna take the win. You're gonna take the win.
And she knows that. That's why she's gonna give you the win.
You just gotta know we take the win in front of you, and then we in the car back like
But what is it about, really, Flawed? Is it more about you not wanting him to think that you're a nasty, dirty, minstrel, having sex slut, or like what is it about? What is it about? Like what is it about?
No, that's what it is.
Meaning why say that to you? What's the
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
To drive your ego.
No.
To drive your ego.
Nope, I disagree with that flaw. It was
said.
No,
let her answer as a woman. Now, hey, you ain't just going getting called ma'am in the drive-thru. You ain't got no lace front. Let her tell her truth.
You're the one trying to order fries.
You don't think I got a lace front? Watch this.
So you think it's to stroke the ego?
No, a lot of times it is a couple things to get you out of an awkward situation.
Thank you.
To stroke your ego a little bit, or to make you feel like you're that important, or like you're that impressive, or like you're that whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell people, and I always say, like, you need to have a degree in just being extra nice for no reason. Like just how Hayes is kind of like once we know and y'all are done, like a few weeks later, we don't really know. Sometimes I think one of my things one week was I was like, just because a woman's giving you a compliment, like that doesn't mean she wants to get with you. It just means she's giving you a compliment. I think that a lot of, this is why I always say, if women actually compliment you, take the compliment, because we don't often just like randomly compliment. It means something if we go out of our way to say, hey, you look nice. Or, hey, I appreciate that thing. Or, hey, whatever. Because we're usually placating. So a real compliment.
What does placating mean? I was absent that day. I didn't placate.
You know, how many days of school did you miss?
Only 210 days of school, Street.
I don't usually talk to us on the third grade level talking about fucking placating.
Yeah, like, how would you placate? Oh, yeah, I had a good time watching the football game. Yeah, me too. It was really fun. No one asked me. Like, I'm just going along to get along. You're just going along to get along. You just go along to get along. Oh, because really? I think the other thing people don't realize is like the power dynamics, so that sometimes are at play. Because like, let's say you go on a date somewhere and you go and it's just like you and the person and you want out. You can't be 100% honest and be like, I don't really like you. I don't really think you're cool. I don't whatever, because some people are crazy. So you kind of have to give a little like, oh, I had a good time. And then as soon as I get out of there, I'm good. So that's kind of what placating means, right? Like I'll make you feel good. I'll sound good or whatever. And as soon as I get to
word for that, Hayes. What's the word?
Smooth it over. You're trying to smooth it out. You're trying to.
What's the other word?
You're trying to ease your hand out the lion's mouth.
Finessing?
I'm trying to tell you.
Finessing is a good word. Finessing is a good word. Finessing is a good word.
But you're trying to smooth things over. You're trying to like ease your hand out the lion's mouth. You need an exit
strategy.
Yes.
So the minstrel thing is you protecting some of us.
That could have been just to stroke your ego, though. That could have been like, I want him to feel like he really did something.
About it now, you talking about anatomy. Why the fuck did I think that was possible? That's so dumb. Like,
because you were in the moment. Because that's how you started the story. You were in the moment. That's what, if you notice, as soon as you started the story, my face was like, oh no. What
did she get
him to believe?
Can I tell you something else, Street? That's a young person's game. That's a young person's game. That's early 20 teens game. That's not no grown man. That ain't no 40-year-old. You don't hear 40-year-old women talking about, hey, you're not my. No, because we all know by this point. That's the young. That's somebody auntie told some girl.
They don't all know.
I will say this though, Stu. Let me just say this, Pete. Women say that is the same way they came up with the hard ER. It's a nasty situation. You knew that job was about to come on. You got your little calendar, and you went for what you knew, and you knew the red light was about to show up. It was yellow, and they knew the red was coming, and you played your hand, and that stuff happened, and you trying to say you did it instead of I let you come when I knew the light was about to change. So you come up with that story. Come on. You know what I'm talking about. Street, let me ask you a question. If the light is red, do you go through it? Do you, Street, go through it? Not your lady. Well, I don't know. I hope not your lady, but whatever. Do you run red lights?
Damn,
You're a nasty
no,
mother.
listen, I got a horrible story from Myrtle Beach Bike Week.
I don't want to hear it.
And we've had a good show, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Horrible story one day I was saying.
Thank you all for joining tonight.
Right. But knowing the light is red. You knowing the light is red. Not that you didn't know. You see the light is clearly red. It was told to you, identified. Do you run red light? Damn, Street. You think about that?
I'm trying to think of the way to answer it because when I was younger, I think I was more eager to. As I became older, it's kind of like it ain't that serious. It kind of was like, it ain't that serious. It ain't.
Hold on, Street. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I don't know what you're saying. What are you saying?
Type it in the back chat.
The quiz. What are you saying?
Type it in the back chat.
You say run the red light, right?
So I think the one, but we'll get back to this. But the one thing I want to say.
Read the back chat. Read the back chat.
Huh?
Read the back chat right quick. I don't make sure we're on the same page because.
Of course I know what you're saying. Red light, the goddamn song TLC. They made a whole song about it. Like, of course I know what you're saying.
Okay, so you saying that when you were younger, you were eager to run the red light?
I would do it, yeah, just to have a notch on my belt. Right. As I got older, it was like, it ain't that serious.
But who young wants to do? No young dude want to do that.
Wait, hit the chick with a beard on?
Damn.
Are you serious? In the comment section. In the comment
Y'all
section.
Y'all Northern cats.
Raise your hand if you ever ran a red light. You see hands taking lights.
No. Not that you ran. No. Be clear. Now that you ran one, that you knew the light was red. We talking about knew the light was red.
I know what you saying, boy. Dove right in. Ran the pool. I know exactly what you saying. Watch the comment section.
Old man say not on purpose. Mr. JR. Yes, sir. I see why you like pink.
Somebody talking about you heard dude that talking about just go get a towel.
I need to see more. I need to see more responses. The people who are watching this and not responding, please, just come out of the dark and respond in the comment section.
Here's the crazy thing.
How many people are watching this, Coach Hayes?
606 people watching.
There's 600 people. Come on. We need to see at least 20 comments of people that aren't commenting because this is a really important question.
Listen. But here's the question, really, flawed. How often do you think how often do you guys want to give it to us and you're thinking he ain't gonna do that?
I might not be the right audience for that.
Because listen, I've had.
Wait, hold on. We're a little bit ahead of the chat. I'm seeing new names popping up in the thing. Hold on.
Mario,
I'm very curious.
Mario say for sure. Shout out to the villain.
Hold up, real quick. Let me get a $2. Reggie for the $2 for all the really flawed 1,001 facial expressions, bruh.
You should know I haven't had Botox because my face says it all.
Just got rules and shit. Random. Only my BMs get the dirty reds rod.
So what did Gloria South Media said? Is that a yes or a no? Let's get in the shower.
Sterling say definitely we'll go get a towel once. I don't know why he ain't sitting here acting like he didn't go to park.
We're talking about knowingly though. Not that it happened. I know
exactly what you said.
I'm not saying you. I'm talking to the chat. I know you know. I'll be that, dog. I'll be that.
It seems like.
Hey, I got a horrible story to tell you, dog. It happened at Myrtle Beach Bike Week. Horrific.
What's crazy is the comments in the chat.
Was compromised. Your go-to was compromised. Your go-to was compromised.
Yeah, but it was not.
It was horrific, dog.
Oh, Hannibal Lecter, huh?
No, it go back to saying just to put a notch on my belt. Like, what are they gonna do just to say, oh, I hit one of those?
Nah, dog.
Horrible Murder Beach story, though. Horrible.
Murder Beach. Not Myrtle Beach, Murder Beach.
All I say is this, dog. Like, listen.
Okay, more people. Yeah, I'm
Never
just
do it in
sorry.
the dark.
All I'm doing is reading the comment. I'm just reading the comments.
I'm gonna tell them in the.
I've relegated myself to the comments.
All I can say is never in the dark, dog. Don't ever do it in the dark, dog. Like, never. like, dog. You better.
Hey,
be
damn,
aware
but what
of
y'all
that,
taste like batteries? Taste like batteries.
Dog, I got a horrible story, dog.
We already know what a straight Hannibal Lecter, dog. Fava beans? No. Straight. No. Oh my god.
No, like Jason walked in the motherfucker, but that horrible story. I was like, that happened, dog. No,
Oh,
I'm gonna tell y'all in the Discord, dog. I got a Discord story, bro.
So you know what's crazy? I don't think I saw anybody say no in the chat.
Only light skin Hayes. Only light skin Hayes who think women are respectable.
You're just gonna slide that one in there.
you see what happened in that street? You see what happened in that floor?
Slide that in there.
Only light skin Hayes.
Well,
Yeah.
so my thing. Where do I go from here?
You go to what's your I don't see how. That's what you go to. We had 2 hours and 11 minutes right now. Oh my god.
You know what? I think I would go ahead, Hayes.
No, they were talking about when you go into the Discord, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, he's gonna tell the story in the Discord, it looks like.
Yeah, I tell it to the members, dog. I tell it to the members.
We're all hellbound. No, seriously, not one single person was like,
So-
right, Coach Hayes, right, Coach Hayes.
So Street, go ahead and become a villain. So go ahead and become a villain immediately, so you can hear you hear Street or CSI Miami story.
Yeah.
Horrible
However,
story,
how do you get into yours? Do you have to go to your channel and click the join?
It's in should be in the description down there. It's in the
Yeah.
description.
If you are interested in hearing Street's story, go to his channel, click
I
the
put it in the
link
comment section. I put it in the
there it is, to go get all the access you want so he can story time you.
No, horrible story, dog.
Shut up, you dog, Birdstone. I said I didn't run red light. Thank you,
Okay,
Birdstone.
there's one. I'm sorry, it was drowned with all the that's why I was like, all the people that are listening that don't want to put something in the comments, like, I need you right now. Put something in the comments.
All the people right there, they from Liberty City. No care City boy except Street. Then we ain't act like that. Street from Opalaka.
Dog, listen, man. I've had my share of women, dog. The amount of women, right? Women are different, really, flawed. Y'all aren't the same. Like the amount of women
I keep saying that.
You do. You say it all the time. The amount of women that I know for a fact, they trying to give it up, but they just think somebody's going to judge them. I've met plenty of them.
But why the judgment? I don't understand.
Well, if you offering red carpets, then he may look at you like, dang, she nasty.
Oh. Who cares though? Who cares about that title or that label?
You know women care what people think of them.
Oh.
Studio, you went to the store to get some cigarettes and never came back, huh? I had to go to the store. I ain't seen us.
That's hilarious. I guess if I godly, I don't even, my brain is not.
There's the member section right there. I put it in the chat. Become a villain. The members are called villains. Short for Ville, Footballville, Caneville. Don't think it's nothing crazy. We ain't out here robbing 7-Elevens. We ain't out here flatting Mario tires. It's just
y'all got crime scenes, though.
Just running red lights.
Just running red. Yeah, he's just out.
Hey, y'all fearless villain leader out here got crime scenes around here.
Yeah, we just out here eating copper pennies and
wait. You know what?
Towels down. Getting dark towels, putting towels down.
Interesting.
9-volt battery. You ever put a 9-volt battery to your tongue?
Yeah. Ellen said it didn't post the link.
It didn't.
Oh, it won't do. Oh, it won't do it on there. You got to go through.
Do you actually have to go to his YouTube?
Yeah.
Or Ellen,
Yeah,
can you post it for him?
I don't know if it'll do it
Just
through the
copy-
what you call.
Well, they could just copy it, right? They may not be able to click it.
I don't know, because every time I
got
try to click on it, it blacks it out.
Yeah, I just clicked on it too and it didn't work.
Yeah, just copy it. Y'all stop acting like.
I think it won't let you. I think it won't let you post in the links in the chat.
I got it.
It only will let.
I'm gonna pin it to the top. Yeah, dog. Yeah, Hayes. I know exactly. Hayes, I thought you talking about. I thought you talking about something else, dog.
That's why I want to make sure. I just want to make sure.
But the day that girl told me that, if a girl never, dog, she shattered my dreams, boy, when she told me that, dog.
Did you ever see her again? Did you ever see her again? Did you ever see her again?
Yeah, but I think all she was telling me was she was just saying that. I don't know if that one worked either. She was just saying that yeah, these line hoes out here. If a woman never told you that, she was lying. And I was like, and I just started thinking back, like Kaiser Sose, like women beings in Guatemala, like all the women that have said that to me in the past, right? I was like,
no.
It felt like Kaiser Sose, dog. It remember Kaiser Sose at the end of the movie.
So, Street, here's my question. Here's a. Hold on. How old were you when you found that out?
She said that I had to be maybe 30 something, maybe.
He was trying to save you.
Try it, dog. My dog be missing it sometimes.
Maybe 30.
Oh, I think
Damn,
so.
Reggie
So
went back.
in light of recent circumstances, no, I'm just kidding. I think I'm gonna do something simple. For some reason, it doesn't seem very simple. I would say that women would want men to know that just do the thing we like whether it's we like flowers or we like to get our nails done or we like to get our hair done or whatever, just like offer or do it for us. Or like, so if we like flowers, just one day bring us flowers. If you know we like McDonald's, one day randomly bring home McDonald's. Like just do the random thing, like without me saying, hey, it's been 3 weeks and you haven't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just do the thing. Just do the thing. Just do it. Like, I know you would like these flowers, so I got them for you. I know you love McDonald's, so I got you some fries.
Yes, ma'am.
I go by they, them. I know you said yes, ma'am, but I go.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, sir.
I'm just messing with you.
No, it can only be one or the other. Sorry, sir.
I'm just messing with you.
No, I get it.
Let me wait.
That's tough work right there, bro. Yeah. Especially after I found out when Sean Paul told me what blood clot mean. Rice on peas.
Did the link ever work? Just do it like
closed mouths don't get fed. Well, guess what, brother? Closed mouth show get you 25 to life around here with a crime scene. So you better be careful.
All right, y'all ready to get up out of here?
They said the link works.
Old man, shout out to you, brother. Shout out to old man in the building, man. Yeah. Street there. Bloodhound Street. Shout out to Sterling.
Bro, everybody in the comment section said they ran red light.
That's what I'm saying, except for there was like the one person. I also think the other thing is on Sterling's comment.
She ain't getting that conversation. You backed out of that conversation. You. You.
She said red means stop.
I was like, y'all do y'all. Like, that's cool. Who am I to judge? Y'all do y'all. Like, okay.
No, don't refer to me as y'all. Refer to me as a blitz.
You do blitz. Pass protection, whatever it is that you're doing.
Well, that's my cousin. His name Pass
Load the box, whatever you want me to say. Stop the run.
Street already found out that the box was loaded. Street already found out that the box was loaded.
Yeah. So now we have to stop. If we're gonna load the box, you have to stop the run. So
How you gonna stop the run with a towel?
One time this chick thought I was playing, man. I took the string to the temple and just threw it across the room.
all right, y'all. Well, we'll see you next Monday, and go Eagles! Congratulations on the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. They did a great job. I am proud of the Eagles for winning the Super Bowl.
I got work. I'm out. I'll see y'all later, man. I'm gonna go hang some on the wall. I can't take no more of this. I got my stud finder. I'm out. Got my level. Street. No sir. I'm gone.
I'm just throwing across the room. Man, I ain't playing with you. About to go down.
No. Nope, not doing it.
Well, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Well, oh man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Sure, it ain't anything, man.
He's just working on the wall.
What's the new saying? Don't judge. What's the new saying? They be saying, don't judge me. I got something to say. Don't judge me. What's the new saying?
That dog said he took the string across. No. You're gone too far, brethren.
I thought it was a game. Y'all got on see house, man. Y'all can get up out of here.
We don't do I don't see house on Mondays.
I don't see how you threw that damn string across the room. That's my I don't see how Nick.
It was the whole thing. I took the string and was like, oh, man, it's about to go down. I don't know why you playing.
Street.
Did you see the comment about the 5-star?
Hold up, Street. Flag on the play. Delay a game.
Where's the violin?
Y'all have been on fire tonight, dog. You covered in blood.
Flag on the play, Street. Hey, 50-yard penalty.
Hey,
50-yard penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct on Streeter with the hard HER. Excuse me.
So hey, you trying to tell me you never ran a red light?
Not knowingly.
Not knowingly? What does that mean?
That you knew the light was red.
You knocked it on? You knocked it on? See, then you go to that bush and you knocked it on. No. Street. That's it right there. We listening. We don't judge. That's the new thing.
Hold up. Student suspended. Hi, Mr. JR suspended. Hey, we listen and we don't judge.
We don't judge.
Tell my truth.
Well, y'all are better than me because I'm judging. Okay.
We sponsored by Master Gilly Kotex Super Deluxe.
No, I got a story for y'all tonight in the villain member section. Dog. I got a story for y'all. We listen and we don't judge. All right, villains. We listen and we don't judge.
Listen and we don't judge.
Shallow ass move.
All right, we got I don't see how. I don't see how.
I don't have one.
We traded I don't see how. Did we? You got one?
We traded I don't see hows for what?
Oh, somebody asked me. Okay, well I'm good. All right, I'm cool.
We did.
Y'all can do I don't see hows tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes,
that's your boring show.
Hey, Willie Flawed won't be on here. Now I will say this, Willie Flawed. I have to say this about you. You've added like an hour and a half to the shows
every time.
Just your presence. We always say we're gonna be here an hour. Start at 7, be off by 8. Well, 7:30ish. Be off by 8:30ish. And damn it, 10 o'clock, bro.
What did I do? It's always my fault. It's always my fault.
I can see how that could be frustrating. Are you okay? What happened? I'm listening.
That was so good. That was funny. That was perfect. That was very good communication. That was very good articulation. All of it. That was perfect. That's exactly how you should respond.
I'm going to prove what I just said today is accurate. Streeter, what were we just talking about?
When?
Right now. See? What were we just talking about when I said what I said? I said that could be frustrating. And are you okay?
I don't know. What you talking about?
See? Prove my point. Thank you, Street, my dog. Now, watch this. Really flawed. What are we talking about? What are we referring to when I said, let me go back. Streeter, when I said, I see how that could be frustrating. And are you okay? What was I referring to?
I don't know.
Okay. Really flawed. What was I referring to when I said, I see that could be frustrating. Are you okay?
One of mine, what I want men to know is that sometimes you just need to listen and just make sure that we're okay. You don't have to respond. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to do anything. We just need you to be like, are you okay? Can I help? Can I assist? Like how, whatever.
And one of your suggestions was
to just say exactly what you just said.
And that proves my point. Yeah. Streeter ain't listening. He don't remember.
But it kind of proved the opposite because you remembered it.
I remember because I'm trying to get better, so it was relevant to me.
Oh, you're trying to get better, huh? Yeah. Now that is a clap it up. If you're in the chat right now, tell Hayes congratulations. We're trying to improve. I'm on the show on Mondays. He is learning. Okay. He is internalizing things that are going on. Okay. He's trying to get better through life. Street. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll just leave you where you're at. He's at the stop sign. He's at the stoplight. We'll just leave him at the stoplight until it turns green. But Coach Hayes is learning. He's retaining the information.
Stop the traffic.
This is very educational. See, we're turning a new leaf. This is beautiful. See, you all didn't know you needed this 2.5 hours every Monday. You didn't know how much you needed it, and now you have it. Isn't that great?
Part two of my what I want women to know is once we acknowledge that you're teaching us something, don't take that inch and make it a yard, please. Like you went from, man, that's great.
I had to. Okay, it means something to me.
So you are acknowledging that women do that. That they take
something to me.
A small W, like
yes,
make it a big W.
Oh yeah. Look, now you're me.
See.
Hey, put that up there before we get out of here.
Anyways, but no, seriously, I appreciate both of you.
Oh, good. That street?
Yeah, we were just talking about Ryan Williams and
what
he
happened?
Could do what he wants. Coach JB posted this on Twitter and just put gay.
No. Oh, I can't see it.
Make it big street. But he got his own, but JB always does. I mean, he's gonna always do that. He did that about Caleb Williams. Because he's an old school guy. He's not going to conform to the new rules, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. Does that say $2.3 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got paid some money now.
No. That's his valuation on three.
I was like, excuse me?
No, that's his valuation on. Now, again, here's the deal. Let me ask you this. I'm going to ask Coach JB this. If he was gay,
so what?
He could go run a route for me because that boy be balling. I don't care if he wear a bra for shoulder pads and high heel cleats. As long as that dude out there catching balls, figuratively and literally, I'm cool with it. That's straight up, figuratively and literally. If he out there catching balls and going deep, it is what it is.
We've lost the plot.
Maybe it's on the go route.
He doesn't have to worry about red lights.
He don't like them slants and them slots. He don't like slots. He like them deep balls. And guess what?
Listen,
I'm gonna throw
and let's be honest. If any team right now in college football could get Ryan Williams, they will do whatever it is to get him on their team. Yeah. So if he wants
he could do his official visit in a full dress, and they'd be like, "So you need your locker room over here, over here."
Right? Nobody would care. Right? And then when you get on the team, it's throw the ball to Ryan Williams.
He will let no balls hit the ground.
None. He's catching everything. Oh gosh. Anyways, all
Wow.
right.
Came in a tight end and leaving a wide receiver.
I'm done with this. I'm going on mute. I'm going on mute.
What? What do you mean?
Shout out to Ryan Williams, by the way. Get that money. Don't listen to what anybody has to say. If that makes your little sister proud and your little sister is your pride and joy or whatever, focus more on her than you focus on this outside world. Because at the end of the day, when the outside world is ready to turn on you, when Alabama is ready to turn on you because you had a bad game or because whatever you did, your little sister is going to cheer you on. And so that is more important than making anybody else happy. Focus on what's important. Whatever that is for you, you do that. So if you ever see this, Ryan Williams.
It don't say how much the deal was for, but I'm sure it's for a lot of money. I'm sure it is.
All I can tell you is, look here, bro. I say this, to me, everything isn't money. That's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Some people are willing to do that. I wouldn't do it for the money. But again, it's also how hungry you are. And he's also made that known. That's something that he does. So it's not like they paid him money and he decided, hey, I'm gonna give you $2 million to paint your nails. Right. He's getting paid for something that he's already doing. So I'm not tripping. I get it. Now if they come to him and be like, hey, Ryan, we want you to put this dress on. That's different. But if you were doing it for free and now you can make $2 million off of it, that's your name, image, and likeness. Get it. I mean, it's like Chad Johnson talking about how much he loved McDonald's. Right? He eat McDonald's every day. Build up a callus. Speaking of Chad, dog, we gotta talk about that one. Oh, Chad.
We don't. That's for your topics tomorrow.
Oh, you don't want to talk about that?
We do not.
Just be talking, man. Oh,
can I ask you a question, Flaw, before we get out of here? Is that a deal breaker?
The
Chad Johnson enhancement.
The before or after?
No, the enhancement. He got the enhancement. So is that?
It's not a deal breaker. No.
Oh, okay. Damn, Coach T. Chad was coming up short. We out of here, man. Peace, love, and hair grease. 646 people in the building. Go ahead and hit the like, share, subscribe button. YouTube. Go be a villain. Go be a member of Coach Hay. Join the team. We're going to get back at it. Trust me, man. I see I'm putting in work in here, y'all. Y'all see? You know what I mean? We trying to make it happen. We making it work. Let me see if I can change something right quick. Damn, maybe I can't. I went too far. Jesus. Oh, going too far, man. I was trying to show. We're trying to get it all set up. But anyway, we're going to be back at it, man. Really Flawed. Let them know where they can find you if they don't know right now. And we're going to get up out this joint.
Yep. My YouTube is Really Flawed on YouTube. And I talk about this month. I'm actually doing a February challenge where I'm not editing any video I put out. I'm going to my analytics and seeing what people are searching. And then I'm just making a video and talking about the thing. And then I'm releasing it. So it's been kind of cool this month because I'm actually just like testing myself and doing what I need to do. So Really Flawed everywhere. So Really Flawed on Twitter, Really Flawed Instagram, Really Flawed on YouTube. So you can go to my channel, you can subscribe and watch all my content and comment because I respond when people comment on my stuff still. So I engage with the peoples.
Well, good job there. Really Flawed. This month you said you got this going on, and this month Street trying to avoid red lights. We out of here. Peace.